Can they hear us? Because the one time I tuned in to watch when
Oh,
I
they
wasn't playing, they could
definitely
hear
can
us.
hear you.
Because it was like so awkwardly quiet for a long time.
Was that the first one I ran?
No, I meant just now.
Oh. Oh
Like
no.
I was watching the intro go and no one was saying a word, and I was like,
Oh yeah, I think it's just because
Oh
we weren't
yeah.
talking. What's up, everybody?
Hello.
How's it going? Happy Wednesday. We are here. We're ready to play some Spelljammer. We're fighting weather because that's just who we are. That's who we are.
I like to punch clouds.
She's a cloud puncher.
Mhm.
um I got a couple of announcements to go through. We'll do some shout outs for thank yous and then we'll get underway with the recap. Still going on. I think it's coming up to a close. Is the Summer of Color Kickstarter?
We've got about a
a week
week left.
Definitely jump in there. The dice are super cool looking, and they are the cheapest that they will be that you can get ever. So, thanks for posting the link, Maddy.
I
You guys
got you.
can
I like
do
those little exclamation point thingies.
exclamation point kick, and it'll pop up all the info. And I think they're approaching close to the goal for backing the whole project.
I think
So
so.
that's super
Yeah.
awesome. Um,
We're over half of the way there. Help us get
whoa!
the stretch goals because I want one of the stretch goal designs really bad. So you guys should help us get to the stretch goals.
Do it. If you don't do it, what are you doing? you know.
So true.
No D&D will be played tomorrow. They are still on a hiatus. Um, Thursday night, boys will be streaming some games and chatting on the Misty Mountain channel, just not playing D&D. So make sure you tune in for that. We have tons of conventions coming up, and I believe some of you are traveling for them. If you want to talk about the shows you're going to be at.
A lot.
Ty and I are going next week to Emerald City Comic Con. I'm very excited about that one. Ty's doing a lot more cons than me, though.
Ty's a
I'm
machine.
gone. I'm gone essentially the entire month of March, because I will be home for a short bit between Emerald City and Toronto, Toronto Comic Con. But yeah, I'll basically have a 3-week long straight trip. So only one of those days will get messed up. You won't have me here on the 3-week long trip. But the other days you have to deal with me.
Oh, dang. We need to talk and get you on more trips.
Wow, rude.
I'm literally gone from March 15th to April 3rd.
It would be like, it would be so cool to be able to just like travel and just like see the world while working these shows. Like I'm a little envious of that, but my 9 to 5 doesn't like me to have fun. So yeah.
We also don't often leave the booth, so
Well,
it's tiny bits of sightseeing here and
that's
there.
Fair. That's fair.
I see a lot of the booth
But yeah,
that were in
Maddy and I
real
will
good.
be next week at Emerald City, which is in Seattle. It's a 4-day event. We'll be there all 4 days at the booth. We'll also have real Wimble Bimble with us, which is Tegan.
Yeah.
I'll be at Toronto. Then I'm at Cleveland. We both are at MegaCon again, along with Misfit.
Yes.
Oh hell yeah!
I'm very excited for MegaCon.
Come see us.
I'm not, because it's the tail end of a trip that's going to be all cold places than Florida.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's gonna be super warm this year. Sorry, y'all.
And I will be at Planet Comic Con in Kansas City in March, followed by C2E2. I will be up there doing photography shenanigans and whatnot. So
Ooh.
yeah,
Everyone get your pictures.
get your pictures.
One day we will be in the same place and we could do some fun
Hey,
pictures.
Tyler and I were in the same place, and we even had plans to take pictures, and we both just looked at each other and were like, "Yeah,
You're
no."
tired.
Maybe one day in the distant future.
We're too tired.
I'm trying to like pound this burrito to get done with it. So
You're
I'm
doing
not
such a
we're-
good job with that.
Everyone just start cheering Ty on.
You can do it.
Spam some
Or I can just shove it in.
CMs.
Just cheek
It's like
pouches.
chip
Cheek pouches.
Pouches. Binksy cheek pouches. It's great.
Yeah, it works, you know. A few thank yous to go through. Thank you, Cheesecake Panda Cosplay, for subscribing again. TL Holdren, thank you so much for your sub. We had a couple raids, I'm assuming last night. Lords and Ladies of Fate and Dice and Autism, thank you so much for supporting the community. We appreciate all of that. And welcome to the new followers. Ginwashi Tashi, Brandy Magic, Lady Liliana, Rolling with My Nomies, Harvey Hesco, The Library of Lost Tales, Zamora 70, False Days, God Mode, Little Nikki 26. Yeah, that's all of them. Thank you so much for the follows. Welcome to the Misty Mountain family. We like to play games and hang out and tell cool stories and all the fun things. Like, my brain is like squirrel, and yeah, I get distracted pretty easy. So
I'm just ready to do like goo people things again.
goo people things.
Goo
Well,
people
yeah.
things.
If we're gonna
Goo
do
people things.
if we're gonna
Just
do
goopy things.
if we're gonna do
Just
goopy
goopy
things,
girl things. It's whatever.
just goopy girl.
Just a goopy girl.
Well, if that's the case, how about one of you do our recap and we'll jump into it.
All right, well, listen. I can't cover what happened at the end of the session because there were some electricity issues on my end, but I am happy to start. We all get together and we want to knock down the rest of the things on our to-do list, so we decided to go over and find Mr. Blip, who, if I recall correctly, was a charming little robo-gnome, and he gave us some like prep pack items, and then of course we all were like, "Ooh, do you have anything else?" And he was very kind and gave us some really cool items, kind of like a little exchange transfer switcheroo. And I got a really cool glove for one of my hands. I got my regular glove on one, and I got my fancy glove on the other now, and I'm gonna do some crazy damage soon. Very excited about that.
She's got a single Michael Jackson glove.
One of them's very sparkly. So then after that, I'm looking at my notes because I actually took good notes last week just in case I had to do this.
What? I thought I was supposed to be the one to take good notes.
It's the only time I will. Next week, I'm going to be like, oh, forgot everything. But Ryder tried to trade the contraband rum and almost got in huge trouble. But he didn't. It's fine. It's all good. This is just, our style. We almost get in trouble, but then we don't. And then we went up to where Professor Sarith was up in the Nexus, where we started to learn about how to spelljam a ship, which we got kind of personal with some questions. Some people got asked about their family or where they see themselves. I got asked who I admire the most and who would be a great leader, which I'm very glad that my opinion carried with that, I think. And then we went up to this gym course, which I was very excited about. I pride myself on my athleticism. I think I did a pretty good job. And some of us were able to stick the landing, some of us weren't. But, it's all in due time. We just got to practice more. And then the cutest little critter showed up and just showed off her skills.
Hi, how are you? I'm a 1 foot tall squirrel. My name is Binks. I showed up in the middle and I stole some hooch. And I didn't quite make it through the entire course, but I just used my big sweet eyes. Still got that advantage, so it doesn't matter, just we use what you got to not have to work. It's fine. But then we had to deliver a box, which I didn't really help with. I just laid on it. But we had to go and deliver this box to this dude who was dunking his underwear. I don't know why he's ahead of the anyway. Turns out they were trying to kill him, but it's okay because we killed all the things. I took out 4 of them with my tiny shank, and it was great. Now we're in the middle of a room with a bunch of dead cat spider things.
That's
Also, I got a backpack. Look, my backpack's so cute.
Yeah. So there was a plot to try and assassinate Mert, and you guys escorted the box up there. You weren't being framed or anything. It was an obvious attempt and you were just told to deliver the box up there. The GIF security showed up. Mr. Blip showed up and said that all of this attempt on his life was actually just a distraction because the thieves have struck the academy again. Since then, a few hours have passed, and sorry, not a few hours. Time has passed. We're jumping into the future, just by a couple of hours, to where you guys got a good night's rest, and you all feel just a little bit stronger. AKA, for the audience, they leveled up.
Level up, baby!
Ooh, level 2.
Level 2. Today's the day. It's the official start of your academy training. Fresh from orientation, you and your crewmates are to report to Sereth Abizan, the Spelljammer training officer, before you head out. Though your first stop is the academy refectory for a hearty breakfast. So as you all are waking up from your bunks, how are you feeling after knowing that the academy, you just stopped an assassination attempt and knowing that there was a theft?
Not my monkey, not my problem. I just roll out.
I have a lot of
hop up,
questions.
It's food time.
I got a lot of questions about this. Like, I just, I think if this is gonna be a thing, we should probably, like, find out what's going on. She, like, jams her goo hands together.
Or, just as good of an idea, we don't care and we eat.
I mean, I want to eat, but, like, I also, like, I care.
Now, there
As
is
you're
nothing
having-
wrong with Karen. I think it's a good idea.
As you're having this conversation, you look over to a little hammock that's been strung between two of the bunks, and that's
Oh.
Binks's bed. And she's just like,
Called multitasking, Ryder, when you care and you eat at the same time.
Okay, but see, how it works is we eat and then I might care. There's a very slim chance, but I'll try.
That's not.
it's very
That's not.
slim
That's
We
that's
should-
single tasking. That's you're being a unitasker.
So,
Do you know what a unitasking thing is? Because it means you do one thing at a time.
I know there's
And
more
if
than
a
one way to
squirrel-
skin a squirrel.
You know,
Only
my
you could
brother,
catch me.
and she's
My-
gonna jump onto Rowan's head and just be like,
my brother would always wake up hungry, and then he'd get all grumpy and he wouldn't want to do anything till he ate. And I think you have the same issue and you're just hangry. But
yeah,
there's no need to
hangry.
take it out on this sweet little lady here. And I pat Binks on my head.
she's 100% looking at you like that cat. Like, not you, but hit at Ryder at like that cat with the knife at it, just going,
So why don't we go down and get you something to eat?
Now, that's probably the smartest thing I've heard all this morning.
Plus, look, if we go to the mess hall, there's a very good chance we can overhear what other people are saying about what's going on. So I don't know why y'all are fighting when we can easily do both of these things at once.
So true, Aylin, once again, I am with you 100%. I pop my boots on and get up and head on out.
Gemma just, like, slinks out of her bowl. What?
So, quick question.
What's up?
Do you even eat?
Oh.
Because if you don't eat, can I have your portion?
Me?
Yes.
I eat. I still have a physical form to maintain.
I thought it was a legitimate question.
Listen, man, I've offered you a protein bar every single day, and you said only one time did you accept it.
And as she's saying this, she's back in her little hammock, just kind of doing like the squirrel thing of like readjusting everything and making a new nest.
Found on the cadet quarters level, the refectory is a large communal dining hall that has a patio with some seating available on it. The room is well lit with a dozen blue glowing orbs that are attached to bronze-colored rods to the ceiling. There's an L-shaped counter at the northwest corner that is covered with small tools, contraptions, alchemical tools, and containers. Behind the counter, a door bears a sign that says staff only.
Oh, I want to go in there so bad.
I want to get food.
I can try to sneak into the staff-only door if you want.
Is there a gap between the door?
There's a gap.
Oh, I'm squeezing through it. Because I can do that. As long as it's a 1-inch gap, I can squeeze through it.
Right out the gate, we're fluttering through door cracks.
Binks can't go through a door crack, but she's gonna sit in front of the door, kind of like she's standing guard, but she's also
gonna be like, let me in if you can. Just let me in if you I just want to come in.
I got you. Oh God, we're gonna get into so much trouble.
I'm gonna take a big tray of food and kind of notice what's going on and just be like, oh, it's so heavy. Let me stop uncoincidentally right here. And I just stop it on the table in front of that door, and I'm just trying to make sure everything stays on the plate.
So are you going through and going to the line?
Yeah.
Okay.
Food.
All right, we'll come back around to that. Gemma, roll
Binks tried to like.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, can Binks try to steal like a random like apple or banana from somebody as they're walking, so that she can be like. Like while standing outside this door, just
normal
things
squirrel things.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a sleight of hand.
I bet your sleight of hand is stupid.
So good.
Stole a whole bottle of rum for me.
It's like I think a 27 or a 20.
Yep, that's
26.
You
I
just
can't get below a 10.
Okay. So yeah, you, without the fellow cadet even noticing, you climbed up them, took the banana from right in front of them as they're walking, and climbed down them with it without them noticing at all. Gemma, roll me a perception check.
You got this.
You said perception?
Yep.
Oh God. 16?
Okay. So as you slide through underneath the door, are you popping up into a form, or are you staying kind of just?
No, I'm staying okay. Totally low and listening.
Yeah, from what you can tell, you are in the kitchen where the cook was preparing food for the refectory. As you are hanging out kind of down there, you hear the cook kind of coming in and coming out. Nothing super fancy going on. It's literally just the kitchen.
Oh, okay. So she comes back. Not cool. It's just a kitchen. She slithers off, all sad and disappointed.
We will find you an exciting door to sneak under. Don't worry.
Did you happen to see what's for lunch?
No. I didn't look. I'm sorry.
Fine. Okay.
As you all are approaching the food line, you're greeted by a fairly large GIF. You know him. He has like a little name tag that it says Winston Rybeck, and he has the rank insignia of petty officer. And he's talking, making just friendly conversation, preparing breakfast for you all. Where did it say what it was? I swear, I literally look at this while I'm at work. Okay, there we go. That's when I do my preparations. The galley cook has never given his signature dish a name of what he's serving you all, but other cadets have resorted to calling it gunpowder chowder. You go through the line, you get your food, and yeah, what are you doing now?
There's only one thing to do: sit down and eat.
Yeah, let's find a good table.
This is gonna request an extra, like, cup or bowl that is empty, so that when we get back to the table, she can flip it upside down and use it as her own little table.
Aw.
Okay, I like it. You
Can you
have
not
an extra
imagine?
cup.
Like, can you not imagine her just like pulling banana chunks out of her cheeks and then just being like in this little bowl?
Are we sitting close enough to any staff or anything to overhear what they're
Ooh,
saying about
yeah.
the situation?
Let's make sure we sit near a staff table. That's a good idea.
Yeah, there's
Sit
not
near
really
staff.
any staff sitting around, but there are other cadets. It's a fairly big room, fairly full rather, of people just sitting, a little chit chat here, talking about their training. There was a couple people that walked by talking about just like rumors of, did you hear what happened to Mert? The fact that there were some others like, oh yeah, I heard something was stolen. Like, oh, were they talking about the star charts again? Or, just a lot of rumors and uncertainty of like no one really knows what happened. And then you have your mixture of like your book nerds who have been, they're just sticking to it and trying to keep their nose clean, and going through.
Can I look to see if there's anybody familiar? Because I want to do something funny.
Oh boy. Yeah, roll me a just a perception is fine.
Okay. 11.
Okay. Nobody that real close. Like one of the elves that you were kind of bullied by when you first showed up. They kind of walked out as you guys were sitting down, so they're pretty much gone now.
Damn it. Was hoping the head one would be there still. All right, I'm just sitting there freaking in the most ungentlemanly like fashion, just shoveling this stuff in, bread and just scooping, trying to clean the bowl out.
Anytime he's not paying attention, anything that's around the table that's his food, there's just one little tiny hand that's just like just doing that every couple of minutes, absent-mindedly just reaching for things.
Love her.
Ryder, roll me a perception check, another perception.
16.
Okay. Not every time, but you are aware that bits of your food go missing. Like, it's like, did I eat that quickly, or like what's going on?
I just kind of stop and I set things down because obviously I would assume it's pretty logical what's going down. And I'm just going to say calmly, Ryder doesn't share food, but Ryder can forget that food is being shared. If somebody goes and gets me, like, I don't know, an extra potato, maybe an apple or something, and we just pretend nothing happened.
Across the way, Rowan is like picking out like some almonds, and every so often she passes one over just to see Binks like grab it with her little hands.
It's not even like looking away, she's just like,
How about, do you really want a potato or an apple, or how about like part of a banana?
I don't care what it is, just as long as it replaces what has been taken. Because Ryder, again, does not share food.
Hey,
Yeah,
Ryder,
give
do
me
you
a
always
Me a sec.
refer to yourself in the third person? Like, is that
And
a
she
thing?
like pulls like a little like large clump of banana from the corner of her cheek and just like
Oh, that's so nice of you, Vinks.
You could learn a lesson.
Ah, well, this meal's done.
I also have here.
she's gonna like flip the bowl over and like put some of the nuts that Rowan has given her, and she's just basically gonna be like just slapping it, scooting it across the table. It's like 3 nuts, but to her that's a feast.
Hey, Aylin, now that we have some like time, we're all kind of settled in and stuff. And I know where the magic, like the tinkering shop is. I noticed in combat you need extra protection, so I was gonna try to make you some magic armor.
If it works, it works. If it doesn't, I can talk my way out of stuff. But it would be lovely to not get physically assaulted in everything we do.
Make sure
I
it's
don't know
got
if
a
that's
good
gonna
helmet.
happen.
While you all are, finishing up, you hear Winston kind of raise his voice, being upset. He's like, "What do you mean they stole my prized pistol? If I ever find out who took that, oh, Lord help him. Old Ryback ain't gonna hold back."
Everybody's
me.
hearing this, correct?
Gemma's eyeball,
he's
it floats
being-
around,
he's
and her
being
just like
loud.
flips around and watches.
Okay. I think this is an opportunity. So I just walk over and I say, "You missing something?"
Do you happen to have my pistol?
I certainly do not. I also know that my friends don't either. But how about you and I make a deal about, a little bit extra portions every so often, and I use a couple of my friends over there to try and help you find it.
We hear this.
Um,
Like, are you trying to be subtle about this, Ryder?
I do
or
have-
you're...
I do
Oh,
have very
no, I
good
want Binks to
hearing,
hear
if that
it.
makes any difference.
No, I make sure that Binks can hear it.
okay.
As she hears it, she's gonna turn around and start doing the Puss in Boots thing again of just like
Because
she's
look,
gonna pick up
the
one
food's
almond
great.
from the bowl and just be like,
Look, the food's great, but as you could tell, I am a growing guy. An extra portion would really help
needs
me
growing this
carry
way.
on
She,
through the
like,
day.
widens herself out.
Rowan like snort laughs.
Go ahead and roll me a persuasion.
Oh. I don't know if I'm good at I'm a little good at those. I'm better at the intimidations. 9?
Ryback just kind
A
of
good persuasion.
looks at you, looks you up and down, kind of smirks to Gemma's joke, and he's like, I'm on a strict budget here. Unfortunately, I can't give you any extra. But if you bring me my pistol back, maybe we can talk then.
What does it look like?
You would ask me that, wouldn't you?
The 2 best questions to ask a DM is what does it look like and what is their name?
I was going to ask, where did you
Literally.
last see it?
I was going to ask, where did you last see it, too?
I literally found like a meme that is me where it's like my improvise skills, my all these things, then it's like my naming skills, and it's just like yeah.
Pippin, what are you doing?
He goes on to talk
Do you
about
see this
how it is
You can see
a
just her tuft.
Pippin wants
Like a
to be on
walnut.
stream.
oak or walnut type stained wood. The barrel of it is just like an etched gold. It has a nice almost like a floral or like a viney design, like etched into the barrel of it itself, and has a red gemstone in the handle of it as well. And
Is there a reason everything has a red gemstone?
That is a good question.
red's my favorite color.
Nice.
Is it like a magic
It's my
stone,
go-to.
like-
You know, it works for me. It matches my shirt that I wear and my lipstick and my nails and my boots. So
You know what?
I'll take it.
It's a blue gemstone now, okay? You
Oh.
guys have harassed
Aw,
the
rude.
DM enough.
Hey, blue still goes with red.
But it's true. I got my blue jeans on, so it still works.
As you're talking about colors, Binks is gonna lean over to Gemma and be like,
It's red.
What are we gonna
You
do
can see
about
this
it?
question has stumped you. We'll come back to it.
Gemma's just like,
I just turn
I
around
don't-
and go, burn.
get it. She like leans over to someone else. Am I supposed to understand that? Feeling kind of stupid right now.
Man, I can't see colors like regular humans because I'm not human.
I bet we'll find something like some goggles or something. There's got to be some sort of cool wearable
Colorblind
tech
goggles.
that could help you.
You can't see.
And you'd look so
colors.
cute in a
I
pair of
should look that
goggles
up.
too.
I should look that up before I commit to that, but I don't think squirrels see color. Not all colors.
As you guys are sitting there, there's a younger looking, just human boy that walks out holding his tray. He's looking around, kind of doesn't see anywhere really to sit. It looks to be avoiding a certain section because he doesn't want to deal with people. And he sees kind of an open spot at your table and asks, "Do you guys care if I sit here?"
Oh, please do.
Confirm really quick. Squirrels can see all colors except they are red and green colorblind, so they cannot see red and green.
There you go.
Boom.
Good thing it's blue.
That magically just turned to a color.
All right. Where was the last place you saw this pistol?
It was in my nightstand.
There's a new person sitting with us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gemma gets up in their face like she always does. He's like, "Hi, what's your name? How are you? Who are you? Where'd you come from? What's your life story?" And she's like got a notebook and like now taking measurements of this person.
This is Gemma. She's
He's-
wonderful. Please answer her
Kind of
questions.
looks a little frightened. He's like, "Well, my name is Micken, Micken Haverstance, and I'm a newer recruit here, but I really don't think I have the skills to graduate from the academy. I think I'm just gonna continue to fail."
I think you're just being really hard on yourself. Failure isn't always an option. It's like my dad always said, failure is an option. It's science.
I walk over and give the kid a big slap on the back and go, "It's not failure. You just found another way it doesn't work. Now, let's talk about getting extra portions here, people. Old dude's missing a pistol. I think we can find it."
I'm Rowan. That's Ryder.
Yeah, hi, how you doing? Extra portions.
That's
Why are you so
Aylin.
concerned about it?
And that's
Binks is gonna jump onto Ryder's shoulders and you just watch as her little hands just go.
And
Like
you
that.
are welcome to spend time with us if you'd like. I feel like we're, and she glances at Ryder, a relatively supportive group. So, you know, if you want some people who will stick by and have your back,
Hey,
You're
I think
welcome
there's
to.
been some great personal growth. I didn't walk over and say, "Ha, sucks for you."
that's very true. See?
Learning. Learning,
Um,
guys.
So proud.
Rowan, go ahead
Seriously,
and
what's red?
roll me a charisma.
Okay. Just flat
Just
charisma.
flat charisma.
So you're aware, you can 100% talk around these tiny little squirrel hands that are on your face. Like, that's not impeding in any way.
I got a 16.
Oh, I thought you were covering your mouth.
No, she just kind of jumped up and just, like, put her tiny little feet on
Just
your
like-
face. Just like, no. Yeah.
So as you're offering these kind words, Micken's talking about how, he keeps going on about how he just always has his nose buried in the books, but when it comes to like practical things, or like putting it into action, it doesn't seem to work. All he really wants to do is be a great spelljammer, but he's afraid that he'll never get that opportunity. And your words brighten up his day. And he just, thank you so much. You all are so kind. I mean, I guess we'll see how it goes at today's training exercise, but yeah.
Gemma looks really concerned all of a sudden. Exercise?
Listen, kid. Just like my dad used to always tell me, just follow your gut. You listen to that, you'll be perfectly fine. Don't even worry about it.
Ryder follows his gut to breakfast every morning. As you can see with him asking for extra portions and everything.
Listen, food is number one to survival.
Fair point.
Then
Fair
it's surviving.
Gemma just stuffs a sandwich in her. Just floating around.
But while we're all
I can't wait to watch that digest all day. Like a science experiment.
It doesn't even move. It just stays
It's
the
just
same.
slowly
When people put a Big Mac in resin, it just doesn't change.
So I look over at the kid and I'm like, have you happened to have heard anything about the pistol the old Hip Hop Anonymous over there is missing?
Ryder, I really feel like you should take some kindness lessons from Aylin, because you're kind of a butthead.
It could have been worse. Again, personal growth.
I have to agree.
As you're saying this, Binks is still on his shoulder, and she just goes, and she just jumps down and is gonna go right over to Aylin and just sit on her arm, just
you're the calm one. Just makes me extra stressed.
So anytime you need me, I'll be right here.
As you say that, you feel one tiny hand come up to what's just this part of your chest, and it's just
a announcement comes up on the intercom and says, all cadets, please make your way to the simulations deck. It's time for your next training exercise.
Well, at least we
I wonder
knew
what
this
it's
one
gonna
was
be
coming.
this time.
I stand up, I adjust my hat, and I'm like, come on, guys. And I confidently walk in.
I just take Bane and throw it on my back and go, hopefully it's not as bad as the last one.
I don't think anything can be as bad as the last one.
Preach it.
Binks is gonna get back on the table and then just hold her little arms up, just
Want to carry me this time? Bye. No take.
Look,
mine.
Gemma
Okay.
slides an arm out to you to run up.
we'll do it, but every time it's pulling your feet out of
Yeah.
mud, probably.
She snaps her arm back, and all of a sudden you're just on her shoulder, but half in. You know when you hold your rats? That's how I imagine just the legs.
Oh.
Yeah, no, she gets up to the top and is just hard breathing because she's been doing extra work to walk. So she's just extra fast because she's so tiny.
As you are making this journey, go ahead and roll me a dexterity.
Me?
Yeah.
Let's see. use the big boy dice.
The
Is it?
big
Do you want
boy.
regular dexterity or a saving throw?
Just a dexterity check.
Helps if you have your character sheet open.
For this particular one, it does make a difference. I get an extra 2 if it's a saving throw, but it's still a lot to add.
The heck is the
14.
dexterity?
Oh, sorry. This is just Binks.
That's
Oh,
natural
just Binks,
20
my
for a
bad.
26.
Okay.
Oh,
Nice.
wow.
You don't.
I don't know if you
I'm
can.
gonna
see it
roll
'cause
all
I'm
night.
As
not
you are
inked
making
these
your
yet,
way
but-
down,
Oh.
you're a little winded, but for the most part unaffected, and you did not sink down into Gemma at all. Being as lightweight as you are.
Half a pound.
As you approach the the simulation deck, you see the silhouettes of Sereth Abazim and Bosun Tarto up by the training the simulations deck, and they are sorting people into teams basically.
Hey, old
I hope we're
Tarto.
in a team.
How you gonna screw up our day today?
Oh, it's Sogrob! I've never been so excited.
This is
Wasn't even looking.
this is Bosun. I'm Sereth.
Of course, of course.
Yeah. I had to get some help, you know. They're going through. They're sorting people, and Tarto steps forward and welcomes the 5 of you to the simulations deck, and lets you know that you're going to be in a training exercise where you will be piloting a ship through an asteroid field to recover a journal, or I think it was a journal.
It is now.
It's going to be
The journal now.
My hand's sweaty. I gotta get it out of here.
Oh, bye, Sogrob.
I was just looking for an opportunity to pop it up. I was like, oh, yeah, it's sticky
Oh,
now.
you made my night with that.
He's talking about how you will all you'll decide who's taking what roles for the simulation. You are aware of it, and he informs you that it will feel realistic, as you all can remember.
Is Micken still with us too? Is he going to be on our team?
Micken made his way, but he is not on your team.
Okay.
So yeah, you arrive at the simulations deck at the same time as another team of cadets that Micken got assigned to. All
Gotcha.
of you gathering in the main hall where today's training officers Sereth Abazin and Bosun Tarto stand waiting. A few members of the other squad murmur excitedly, but a glare from Bosun Tarto as she chews her cigar to quiet them. Sereth Abazin scans the congregation with silver eyes. Their stern gaze shifts to a wide grin. Well, this is going to be fun.
All right, everybody. I have a suggestion to make. Since we're all trying to figure out who's in what role and what's going on and who's going where, I think Aylin should take command on this one.
100% agree.
Yeah,
I
I
don't-
agree.
I don't agree at all.
Too bad you were outvoted.
I'm just saying, Aylin, you're really calm and you keep a level head and you are just kind of awesome. I don't think we'll understand how awesome you are.
Listen,
You're
you
also
take
not as
command.
impulsive as the rest
You're
of us
really
are, which
not.
I think is
Yeah.
really important.
Yeah.
You take the
You
command.
guys
You
remember
got
the
me
test?
as your
I cheated.
quartermaster. We will be perfectly all right.
Don't say that out
I'll
loud.
just help
keep
you
that
out.
secret.
Okay.
So Bosun comes over and talks to you, and he's like, okay, for this assignment, you need to decide who's going to be the captain of the ship, who's going to be the spelljammer of the ship, and the rest of you can be crewmates or workers on the ship.
Gemma points to Aylin as captain. like before
do it too.
she has any chance to say anything against it.
It's like, well, it seems they have elected you, Miss Aylin.
That seems to be the case, and we're just gonna see how this goes. At least it's a simulation, and nothing bad can happen, right?
Sure.
You're gonna do great. Remember, it's just science. Failure is an option.
I nudge Tarto and say, "Don't worry, you got a great team to help you. Teamwork and all that."
Yeah,
I look up
teamwork.
and smile.
And technically, we did vote, so we are on the teammate track. Some of us voted different than others, but it's fine.
Well, since you have your captain picked, who will be piloting the ship?
Okay, that was my question, if that's what the Spelljammer does, so thank you.
So the captain can switch back and forth between being a crewmate and being the captain of the ship. Spell jamming is you are in charge of navigating and moving the ship. You can't move from that position. If you move from the position, the ship stops moving altogether.
Okay.
I can do it. I'm kind of used to slamming magic into things anyway.
I was gonna suggest you, so that's perfect.
I feel like whenever Gemma gets like embarrassed or like blushes, she turns like a bright yellow color.
Oh, it's so cute.
All right. Well, I guess that settles it. Bosun takes a big pull on her cigar and starts to talk. And she says, "Each crew is to navigate their ship through the debris field on the outskirts of the collier, a sodding big gas giant. There you are to salvage a captain's logbook from the wreckage of an abandoned ship. Then return to your starting point with your own ship intact." She levels a steely eye right at Ryder and says, "Intact, not first. Get the mission done well, not quick."
So by intact,
We have it, thank you. And I pull him away.
Yes, we love our captain.
I assume since I'm smaller, my feet are just dragging in front of me. And I'm just going, "It is a valid question, oh captain, my captain."
What's valid and what's necessary are two very different things. We need to get through this in one piece, considering how we did last time.
I think we did great last time.
I think we made a really good decision about Captain.
There was fire. Somebody got acided. It was awesome.
I promise I won't burn the boat this time. The ship.
Let's not
It's a
forget
ship.
that we did. Had it been real life, we would have lost Gemma. So we have to think of everybody and not just ourselves and talking back to people.
I wasn't there, but Gemma almost died. Oh my god.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
we were
I
sliding.
almost died. I was trying to load a ballista all by myself, and it didn't work.
Bosun continues talking. She says, "Well, this is going to be a different ship than you were on previously. This is going to be one of our Hammerhead class ships in the exercise."
Does that mean it looks like a hammerhead?
Like a shark.
Am posting a picture of the handout for the Hammerhead ship, and it doesn't really show what it looks like actually, unfortunately.
Yeah, boo. It looks pretty though. Like I love this swirly curve thing with the like eyeball in it.
Right?
It looks like an eyeball. It's not an actual eyeball, but it looks like an eyeball.
I'm looking for
It's very pretty.
There's no picture. I have another picture, but we'll get to that later.
Secrets.
So yeah, that is for that. As I was talking about, I don't know who all heard me earlier, but I did lie last time. As far as actions it takes for ship combat, and this goes for the audience as well. The ships get their own initiative. Your ship will be based off of you'll do an additional roll, and it'll be the average of all of you. And then the enemy ship will also get if you encounter an enemy ship, it will get its own.
Are the
Initiative roll.
other cadets in the same simulation? Or are we all running it separately? Like, do we have to like worry about them being in the same space as us?
You don't know.
I feel like we're competing
Okay.
against them.
remember,
That's what
we're-
at least
we're
that's
not-
what Gemma thinks.
So
We're not trying to get done the fastest, though. We're trying to get it done right.
Yeah, exactly. Where I swear I spent 20 minutes looking for this other piece of information to give you all. Can I
It's always the one thing you're looking for that you can't find in the
always,
text.
literally always. Okay, I'm just gonna copy this text and send it. So these are some of the weapons and attacks that you can use on
Ooh.
your ship. Let me make sure I'm not giving away anything in here.
I mean, that's totally okay if you do.
Yeah, you can give away things.
All right. It's a lot of text in there. It's not pretty. It's pretty on my side. But basically, each weapon requires multiple actions, which hence the whole teamwork thing. The ballistas, it takes one action to load it, one action to aim it, one action to fire it. But it does 3d10 of damage. There's 2 mangonels, which require 2 actions to load, 2 actions to aim, and 1 to fire. But it does 5d10, and you can also ram the ship, which has some negative effects against your own, but it does 16d10.
Dang.
So
And if it matters at all, a mangonel is like a catapult. It's just a fancy name for a catapult.
Okay, good.
I was like, I don't really know what that is, so we're just gonna kind of go with it. So yeah, the instructors kind of spread you both, and they load you into different simulation chambers. You walk in, and Mr. Blip hands 2 pages of parchment to Sereth, and shows kind of a map for your destination of where you're going. Gives you all a crude sketch of the logbook. It just appears to be a ratty journal, has a decorative front on it. And Sereth then directs Gemma around the training helm atop the platform, and it informs you all to get in your positions before it begins.
You got this, Gemma.
We're gonna do great. Remember, we can fail. It's okay. We'll just learn.
Sereth steps back from the platform, holds their palms outward towards you, and begins an incantation. The sigils that you saw light up on the walls
Bless you.
on
Thank you.
the first training exercise, they all begin to dim out, and it begins to immerse you in what feels like a very realistic environment. You're surrounded by space. You see asteroids, sun. You don't see a training chamber anymore. You are on your ship. Blue white lines.
Out of care.
Yeah, go ahead.
Out of character, it's got to take a massive amount of magic to make this work.
As things are coming through, the floors glow brightly, intensifying the training officer's weaves of their powerful illusion. And he says, "Good luck, cadets, and don't be afraid. Though these illusions are realistic, and thanks to my arcane prowess, they are just that. They are just illusions." Blue and white lines form around you, etching the shape of a ship deck around the platform in which you stand, and the room then melts away amid an explosion of colors, textures, and sounds that place you on the deck of the ship, shaped like a gigantic hammerhead shark. The ship is situated in the sky dock atop Spelljammer Academy. Scudding clouds fill the sky above you. So I lied. I should probably just keep reading what it tells me before I try to describe what you see.
So we're currently docked. Is that what you said?
You are docked at the top of Spelljammer Academy.
All right, Gemma. Let's just take it super easy. I hear these undocking processes can be a little dicey.
Maximum speed. Speed and power.
I just take a rope from the side of the deck and just kind of tie myself onto one of the railings. This is gonna be great. It's gonna be great. She's got it, no problem. She shoots acid into people. She's kind of smart. It works. It's gonna be all right.
I'm
Can
gonna
I cast
position.
Bardic Inspiration on her
Ooh.
Ooh.
Sure.
while she's doing this? Okay. So what that does is you gain an inspiration dice, 1d6 for 10 minutes, and the creature can add it to one ability check, attack roll, or savings throw.
Nice.
I'm
Alright,
just
I
gonna
will-
position myself near one of the mangonels. Just in preparation if there's some asteroids we need to shoot at or anything.
Okay.
All right. So what do I have to do to
So
navigate?
if you're wanting to take off, what is your spellcasting ability? Is it wisdom?
Intelligence.
Intelligence? Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead and roll me an intelligence check.
Just to check.
Yep.
Has anybody seen the squirrel?
Right here. On you. On your shoulder.
That's a 17.
A 17. Okay. So what does it look like as you are undocking the ship and as you start to take off?
So even though Gemma shouted maximum speed, she actually she remembers her artificer training and slowly pumps magic into the ship, and she thinks to herself, she's like, okay, go forward. And she kind of like really sticks her goo to the floor and like leans herself forward as if she's like pushing herself forward. And all of it, like, I imagine that there's like markings and stuff on the ship, and so you can like see her magic going through it, which shines this like bright yellow, like almost fluorescent yellow color, and everything lights up as the ship slowly and very gracefully undocks and starts pushing forward.
Okay. As you're taking off, and very carefully and well done, I might say,
Thank
the island of Nimbrel disappears quickly beneath your ship, which passes through the clouds until the spectacular void of wild space comes into view.
I undo the rope. See? Nothing to worry about. And I reach into the back and I pull out the rum I still have. One of the other ones. I pop the cork and go, look.
After we land safely, you can drink that.
Superstitious.
Aye,
It's a
aye,
thing.
Captain.
After
I
we
don't-
land, you can drink that.
No drinking and driving, that's bad.
Superstitions. Bad luck.
I can hold on to it for you. Keep it nice and safe in my warm little paws.
Okay, fine. I just kind of turn around, take a quick swig, and go, I'm not having no bad luck this time. Oh, hell no. I kind of hold it up to the squirrel and go, do you want some?
You got a name.
I take the whole bottle and just like shove it into my backpack.
I should have
You
known.
have it.
I should
you
know
have it back-
better.
You can have it back
Had you
later,
not
but,
taken
like,
it out, Binks would have taken it. You're probably never going to see it again, and that's your choice.
Aye, aye, Captain.
I love you as captain. Oh my god.
Well,
Going-
when the
my
bad things
whole
start happening,
existence.
but they don't happen to me,
Aye, aye,
you'll be thankful.
Captain.
Captain, what if they're heading? Where am I supposed to be going?
It's a good question, isn't it? What does everybody think their biggest strengths are? Because what you feel most comfortable with is maybe where you should be stationed this first round, and if it doesn't work, we'll learn from our mistakes.
I'm really
Diane.
good at doing dexterous or like stealing things. That's my strong suit.
I was thinking to like rescue the book that we should send Binks over.
That's exactly what I was just gonna say. Is she will be retrieval for the book, so that's perfect. I'm glad that we're all thinking along the same lines.
Well, if Ryder and I team up on one of the mangonels, maybe if we get too close to an asteroid, we can shoot at it. Takes a couple actions to do, so if we do it back to back with our fighting abilities, it might work well and fast.
Also, remember the first time we did this, she did tell us that the cannons and everything needs to be loaded by more than one person, because that's another place we went wrong the first time we did this.
And we load them now.
That's what I was just about to ask.
If you feel comfortable and you feel like it's the right thing to do, I'm going to trust you on this one.
Or like at least prep them. Is that a thing?
Well, you never want to walk it. I just kind of nudge Rowan. You never want to walk into a fight with an empty weapon, do you?
I've said that every time.
I don't know what they're talking
I
about.
don't get it.
I don't get it.
I don't get it.
So we'll start. You guys feel free to load the weapons as we make our way forward.
Is
There
this something that we're going to
was-
be doing an initiative, or are we just going to sort of take turns whenever we want to call it?
I'll say you can load 2 of the 3 weapons on the ship, and across the
Okay.
time that as you're traveling. So
the 2 mangonels and the ballista.
those are the weapons that you.
Okay,
have to
so
choose
those are
from.
all loaded now.
You can load 2 of the 3.
2 of the 3.
I think, if I recall, the mangonels are the most difficult to load. Yeah, that takes 2
Yeah.
actions to load, so I think those 2 should get loaded first.
And they're the more powerful ones too, right?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think that
They're
sounds like a
more
plan.
they're more long range, so
Okay.
we can do that first. Have those set up, and then if something is starting to come towards us, I can go over and load the ballista because it just takes 1 action.
Okay. I think that sounds great.
I'm so little, I'm not sure if I can actually load anything because some of the stuff might be as big as me. But I'm going to sit myself out on the floor and basically sit my backpack next to me, prepared to pull out my paints if I feel the need to. But I'm just gonna sit prepared and ready to do whatever I need to when the moment comes.
Okay. So on the, you guys got a piece of paper telling you kind of some of the challenges that you needed to complete that I definitely
To
didn't
space,
forget to
and they
mention.
haven't gone paperless yet in space.
I know, right?
So our teachers, what you're saying is our teachers are purposely trying to fail us.
No, they definitely gave you the paper.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
I use an action to read the paper. What does it say, DM?
What is it say? She's gonna do
The,
a read out loud.
The first challenge is to plot a course for the ship. So I need the captain to either roll me a survival or a persuasion.
Which I am very proficient in both.
Yes.
I need the Spelljammer to roll me an investigation or a survival.
Which does she
And each of the
roll?
shipmates to either roll me an athletics or acrobatics.
Oh,
That will be
Oh,
an
And
investigation.
we're
Yeah.
proficient in all of them.
look at us
Okay.
go, you guys.
Mine's going to be
15.
acrobatics.
I'm
I wish
doing
I could help you
athletics.
with investigation because I've got a really good. Anyway, athletics
Oh!
or
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
that's
Oh,
the,
yeah.
the difference between that is literally a -1 to a +8. So I know what I'm going for.
I got a nat 20 plus 3.
I also
I
got
got-
23, but it's not a nat
I was gonna say I got a dirty 20.
20.
Wow.
I got
That's my
27.
extra life dice right there. Oh, yeah.
I used one of my sharp edge
So far, I've not
I
had
think
to
I
roll
might be
for
using the
any of
same one
my
as
horrid
mine's a
skills.
little more blue and purple.
I have our glass ones that are extra shiny.
Oh,
Extra shiny.
Extra shimmy shine.
Okay, so you are able to successfully plot your course on the destination
proud
that
of us.
Mr. Blip gave you. So you do know where you are going.
Oh,
So
good.
you start sailing along. You see some nebula off in the distance. You see small asteroids, nothing that's in the way of your ship. You see some what looks to be some space whales and um
Like Star Trek space whales?
um like
Picturing like the
like a
treasure
humpback
planet.
whale in
Like
space.
Purgle
Yeah, that's
from
what I was
Star
thinking,
Wars.
like a Purgle.
Like a Purgle.
I don't know what a Purgle is.
They're like these
Bro,
beautiful
Star Wars
space whales that
Rebels.
have like
Oh,
like
it's okay.
tentacles on. Yeah, yeah,
Brad,
yeah. They're
just-
so pretty.
Just say yes, it'll make them so
Yeah.
happy.
Yes, absolutely.
Yay!
As
Just
we're
like
going
that.
through, I'm just gonna sit on the front, like towards the front of the ship, on the edge, just kind of sit on the railing and just kind of look out and smile.
Who wanted the treasure planet moment? Because you're getting it.
If there wasn't a copyright issue, just play it.
Right? Just go to town. As the ship is accelerating to spelljamming speed, you're racing through wild space towards your destination. After a minute or so in this simulated state, the ship returns to its normal flying speed, and a giant school of space eels swims past the ship. Each eel discharges a bolt of lightning as it zips by, and the ship is caught in the eel's electrical storm, which
No.
which starts one or more fires on deck.
It wasn't me this time.
I just go, son of a, and I fall backwards onto the deck.
I really got to start reading this way more in advance.
Can I just go over and try and like stomp out the flames?
Well, the ship's not on fire yet. You see the eels coming, okay?
Yes.
I need the
little
captain
fire.
to roll me a survival check. I need the shipmates to roll me a athletics check, and the spelljammer to
amazing.
roll me a arcana check.
Athletics is not.
Oh,
good,
Arcana's
guys,
so good for me.
Athletics is not
23.
good for me.
but I'm warning you now.
24.
19.
Got an 11.
Got a 5 because I have a negative to
So I
athletics.
definitely fell.
Okay, so now as the eels are coming up, they do start discharging, and
Ow.
there are 2 fires caused in separate spots of the deck of the ship.
Can I go stomp out one of them?
I was like,
With
are they
my
magic
boot?
fire?
Yeah.
No, in traditional
I wa-
means.
I'm gonna
I
take
cannot help.
I'm gonna take the Bane of Leviathan and walk over to whatever fire is not nearest Rowan. Kind of throw some cold into the blade and slam it down onto the fire to put it out.
Okay. And you said you were just stomping the fire out?
Yeah, like
Okay.
pat it down.
Yeah.
If it's small enough before it really gets big, I'd like to just stomp it out, if possible.
Yep. As you're stomping, you're able to put it out, but you do take a point of fire damage.
Okay,
So nothing too bad.
that's not bad. I rolled really well on my hit dice when we leveled up, so I'm not concerned.
So yeah, how are you guys feeling after you were technically attacked by space eels?
Is everybody good?
Just kind of
Oh,
rubbing my
hi,
head
okay,
from when I
Captain.
fell backwards.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Gemma,
Gemma,
like
you're
throws up a
doing
giant.
good job.
Just laying, not moving on the ship deck. She's curled up like that, and she's very clearly waiting for something to be like, oh my god, she's hurt, oh my god, she's dead, so that she can jump up and scare them, but no one seems to be taking the bait. So eventually she sits back up and she's,
I'm fine.
All right, shall we carry on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Gemma, like, thinks a little bit. She's like, all I'm gonna go faster. Ship, like, picks up speed.
Ooh.
Okay. So you take the ship back into that spell jamming speed. I'm picturing it like warp speed. But um,
You know.
so as you're wanting to go faster, roll me a perception check at disadvantage.
crap. I'm gonna crash us all.
I have the utmost faith in you.
I'm
Since
glad.
you were like, you know what, I want to take the training wheels off this. We're going.
Yeah, she's like, all right, we're in open space. It's a good time to like see how fast this thing can go. You said perception?
Yes.
Do a barrel roll.
Oh,
That's not a good face.
15.
Could be worse.
Could be worse.
Could be
bad.
worse.
Could be a lot worse.
Yeah, that's
Could
not
be
bad.
worse.
Your face had me much more worried.
Yeah, me too.
I looked at my perception and I was like, oh fuck, that's a wisdom based thing. I don't have anything in wisdom. Crap.
So you're just you're booking it right along. No, it's a little bumpy, but for the most part there's no issues. And you kind of come back down to a normal flying speed, and you arrive kind of on the outskirts of a asteroid cluster. Yeah, so
Oh crap. Am I gonna have to
Is there a
fight through
crow's
that?
nest on these? Is it safe to assume there's like a high
yeah, I'd
position
say
where
so.
you can look?
Sure.
All right. I wanna go up the crow's nest and kind of look and see if there's anything that kind of pops out that maybe we need to avoid outside of asteroids.
Okay.
Can I also ask how far away the asteroids look to be at this point?
Are they small asteroids or really big
You guys
asteroids?
ask too many questions. Just accept that it's an asteroid field, okay?
No.
I just want to make sure we're in range to go shoot it before I
Sure.
start aiming, because it does take 2 actions to aim it.
So I am trying to figure out, because they move at a different speed.
Oh.
So your ship is 250 feet long by 25 feet wide, and it flies 35 feet.
That's
each
too
turn.
much math for my
I know.
brain.
I'm like, okay, there's a lot. Let's just say the asteroid field is pretty intense. You will have to fly carefully, but you can make your way through it from what you're able to tell.
So we don't need to worry about blasting any of the asteroids at this point,
At this point,
is what you're saying?
No.
Okay. I'm
Okay,
still
well, that's
gonna
good.
take an action, the first action, to aim one of them
Okay.
in the direction, just in case. I'm being a little extra cautious. So now it just needs one more action to fully line it up to aim.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, hey Gemma, you know how you
Yeah.
can slide between doors? Pretend that this ship is you sliding through one of those really thin cracks that you can get through.
You want me to
You're
take the
born
ship?
to do
you want
this.
me to do there?
According to a writer, we don't have another choice. But just pretend that this ship is you when you find a really interesting door that you want to sneak through and see what's on the other side. Slow and steady.
I lean over the railing and scream at her, "Full bore and into the abyss!"
I probably not gonna go great, but I'm gonna go man the other. Whichever. I don't remember which ones you guys loaded, but I'll go man the other one that's loaded.
The two mangonels, the two catapults
so not
are
the cat.
loaded.
I thought we had
The-
one.
Yeah. So you
catapult
got
and
you
then,
got the
like, a
We
normal
have-
you got the
catapult.
mangonels on the side, and the catapult is off the back, and you have
Yeah,
a ram
so I'll
in
take
the
the other.
front.
I thought
Okay,
the mangonels
The mangonels
were...
are on the side and the ballistas in the back. We
Yeah,
got
the ballist- there's a
giant
ballista
steel
in the
ram
back.
in the front.
Okay, that's where I got confused. So wait, I wasn't here for the first session. Does somebody have to man the steel, like the thing at the front? Is it
No.
just
No,
being
Gemma
stopped?
can just
No.
ram into him.
Okay, cool. Then I'm gonna
Yeah.
go to the other mangonel. So that means like I like to think like, it's this big and she's like just like in the seat, just like
Just
ready
stomp
to
on it
shoot.
to get it to lower down
Yeah.
or something.
It doesn't take any strength or anything, so you got it covered, baby. You
totally got
tiny,
this.
but you got it.
If I'm scanning and looking around, do I need to roll for anything to make sure we're not getting ambushed or whatever? That's my concern at the moment.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll me a investigation. And if
I put
anyone
my
else is,
backpack back on.
if anyone else is kind of looking out and about,
I'll
Okay,
do that too.
investigation.
Nope,
Put
Gemma
my,
is concentrated straight forward,
put my
being like,
backpack back on.
I got a 16.
I got a 17.
I got, I
Investigation.
think.
Okay.
Investigation. Oh, so
Dirty
good.
20.
Ooh.
23.
okay.
I have a plus skill.
So as you are getting closer to the asteroid cluster, you all see the remains of the abandoned ship that was described to you for the objective. It is in the middle of the asteroid field, so you will have to continue maneuvering your way through it, but that does appear to be your objective up there.
Okay.
From what you can tell, there's no one nearby.
so we still have to go through the asteroid field?
I kind of slide down we'll assume ladder, and then kind of turn back to Gemma and say, "You could take it easy, but don't freak out if there's one in front of us. That front should be able to handle anything we ram into."
All right, this might make everyone else really unsettled, but this is like an honest, like, curiosity question. So is how would you say how maneuverable the ship is? Like, is there any like turning rules or anything like that I need to be aware of?
Not that I have personally been able to find. It looks like everything's pretty much done off of checks. So,
Okay, cool.
yeah.
That's dope.
Now, like, if you were in combat, like, I've been thinking about getting like a small dry erase board to like position how ships are looking at each other and stuff, just so I can keep track of it. But yeah, it looks like everything's kind of done just off of dice rolls. So
Okay, cool.
which
Do
brings
it on a
me...
battleship board?
Ooh.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I mean, because, like, for instance, your ship travels 35 feet in its turn. So, yeah. And it's one of those, like, unless you put it at a stop, it's going to, like, one of your actions is going to keep it going.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, as you all see the remains of this ship up off in the distance, what are you saying, thinking, doing?
Land ho, except it's the ship that we need. Over there.
Gemma just slowly takes it as gently as she can, starting to make her way through this asteroid field.
I'm just gonna walk up closer to Gemma and try and reassure her with what knowledge I gained from my father, and just let her know, just take it easy. If they're gonna hit us, keep it in the front.
Binks, do you still feel comfortable going and looking for the journal?
Yeah, but like, Ryder, get over here and take this cannon. Tiny, I shouldn't be at it anyway.
I'll do the second action to line up my mangonel towards that general area, just so it's ready to go.
Is there, as we're getting closer, any like concept of how to get over to the other ship, or is it kind of just going to be like a free space jump sort of thing?
It looks like it's going to be kind of free space. There'll be stuff that you could potentially land on. I don't want to say too much because I think if I keep scrolling down, it'll tell me. But we're not to that point yet. There is no gravity once you get past a certain point. So, like, and you can run out of air if you're out too long. So keep that in mind. Okay, so as you're making your way through the asteroid cluster, I need the captain to roll me a wisdom check. I need the shipmates to roll me a dexterity check. And I need the Spelljammer to roll me a wisdom check.
Oh
What?
my god.
And you, since
I'm doing
Ryder
okay.
gave you kind of like
Is it-
some words of wisdom, you can have advantage
fair.
on that.
I got
Wait,
six.
oh, do I still have my inspiration?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Can I use my inspiration too?
Yeah.
I was like,
Okay.
that's up to you.
You can use it
I got
on one of the rolls, I would say.
I got
Okay.
16 on mine.
I also got
Okay.
16.
I got 15.
I got a 19.
Okay. What'd you get,
Um,
Larissa?
15.
Okay.
What is the inspiration at again? I'm so sorry.
I think it was a D6.
A D6.
Yep.
D6. 14?
Okay. So, as you are making your way through here, you all see that these asteroids are getting bigger as they get closer, and you actually gently brush up against one. You go through, thanks to Gemma's very, very
Sorry.
close, like panic maneuver there. But
She's gonna run over to the side that it brushes up on, and she's gonna be going like trying to just blow it a little further away.
I'm walking up to the mangonel that Binks was at, and I kind of call back, "Don't worry, we'll buff out those scratches."
So you have successfully made it to the ship, the remains of this ship, which I would say that's probably a good point to take a break. That way I can also quickly read over this again because I've psyched myself out. So,
Gotta get my phone charger anyway.
yeah, see, there you go. We'll everybody get up, do some stretches, use the restroom, refill your drinks.
Hydrate.
We got an art reel. That's also a reminder. If you want to contribute any kind of fan art whatsoever, please do tag us. We love seeing it. It makes our days.
Post it in the Discord.
And it will eventually get added to the fan art reel itself.
I'm
You do
working
not
on fan art
have-
right now.
If you do not have a Discord, you can also tag like the player on any social medias that they have, and we'll see it immediately. So
Absolutely. And you can see our social medias by underneath our little nameplates. So yeah, bear with us just a few minutes and we will be back. See you guys.
this photo of Kiki that I just sent to you guys, and imagine that as the face every.
looking down. I promise I'm still listening. I'm just drawing our characters hanging out.
You were sleeping, and we all
Oh.
know it.
Yeah,
Very
I take micro naps, so
You know,
very
a good
curious
old-fashioned
to
micro
how
nap from time to
tiny-
time.
I sleep with my eyes open.
What's up, everyone? We are back. We are here. We are in the
How
middle
much
of
of
an
that did
asteroid
they
cluster.
hear?
Oh, they heard
I
all
think
of it.
I think
All of it.
Okay. Great.
You gotta know me. Like, if I say we're ready to go, I'm switching the
You
scene
hit
and I
the
am
button.
unmuting the mics. It's like hot mics for hockey and football.
I also
and-
I gotta say that Holdren said the majority of their art is either abstract or animals or geeky stuff. You have two things that match this campaign right there because you got an animal that's a geek.
Ooh.
So I'm just
You also
saying.
have a blob
Yeah.
Got a
that
box.
can
You
be
can get
very
asymmetric.
abstract.
Yeah, Gemma does not need to be an actual shape. Like, she doesn't have to be a
Go
human-y
straight
shape.
Picasso with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could do like the Nickelodeon splat.
I'm
like
gonna
throwing
draw
some-
Gemma really
It's
fast.
like
Spelljammer.
throw some paint, on a wall, and that's that.
Yeah,
we got Gemma.
Gemma.
We have a new member joining us for the rest of the night.
That's actually what Binks looks like.
Is.
Yep.
Just little pointy ears instead. What are you doing with your tail? Dear Lord.
This is my Gemma fan art.
He's looking.
I
at
love it. She's perfect.
Gemma is also known as Yellow Snow.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say
No.
that's like butter on a
Rude.
pancake. Is what
I
that
mean,
looks
like, critique my art all you want, but Gemma's an angel baby and we love her.
Well, Gemma
He's
did a pretty
jealous.
good job of navigating through the asteroid cluster.
Yes, she did.
So
Goddamn
now
roll. Right, I did.
We
I'm giving
are-
her a gold star sticker when we get back.
Oh, hell yeah.
I don't know what you
I eat
smell,
it.
but you are
Um,
just sniffing away.
So we are at the salvage operation point of the exercise. So, as you have come up to as you're approaching the wreckage, I'm assuming that you want to stop. You may want to keep going. I'll leave that up to you. But I need to know who is looking for the journal that you're there to claim.
Captain, if I could make a recommendation,
You
I
seem
think
to
we
never
need-
not.
I think we need to swing the ship around and just back up to it. Keep our
Unknowns
fire
to
lanes
you,
open.
Gemma has actually already pulled up, like, sort of next to it, but
Parallel parking queen.
like she laned it so the ass end of the ship is next to the front end of their ship. So if she has to go real fast, she can go real fast.
And see, this is why Gemma and I got along so well in the start, because we're
False.
just there. We are
False.
on
Man.
that level.
I
Wow.
was gonna say I trust you because
Wow.
you're also the child of a Spelljammer family, so you would know better than anybody because your parents are. Oh
I'm
no,
a
your
proud
dad died,
parent.
right? Too. Or your did your dad die?
Sorry, you said that, and I just thought of like the college humor Batman. Why'd you have to bring it up?
No,
Who,
that's,
me?
I was like,
Yes.
that's not in
Gemma?
character. I want to remember.
He was.
No,
yes,
Gemma's
he
family
was
is
killed
very
in a
well
raid
alive.
from pirates.
They vibe.
Okay,
He went
They
down
vibe
with
and
the ship.
they're
but
just
you knew
making
your parents, right?
Yes.
like,
Oh, me? Oh, yeah, yeah. I've like Gemma has a wonderful relationship with her family.
Awesome.
She was a very loved child.
Because it's like I
So-
trust the other Spelljammer children, but yeah. So
And I think
That's what
Binks
it
was
was.
going to get the book or the journal
Right.
log thing.
As you parked the ship and kind of maneuvered it around so you could go fast, you actually disturbed the remains of this ship because it was in several different pieces and it has caused a big cloud of just like astral debris, making it difficult to see while you position the ship. So there is kind of
Crap.
this cloud enveloping the area.
I tried.
So who's looking for the logbook?
like
Binks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're sending Binks in.
Okay. So
with her little grabby hands.
So you're just gonna jump off into the abyss, or are you gonna try and spot it first?
I'll try to spot it first,
Okay.
but also how far away do you say is one deck to the other, you know?
I would say we're looking
Oh yeah,
at...
because we could always toss ya if jumping
I was
isn't
gonna say I have a
enough.
throwable axe. I'm sure I could like tie a rope to it and throw it onto something if you needed
Give
to
you a
run
little
across it.
tightrope.
I also have mage hand, and I guarantee
also-
she's under 10 pounds.
I am, but I also have another idea, but we'll figure it out.
It's approximately 150 to 200 feet away.
Okay, yeah, it's definitely out of
in
jump
several
range.
pieces, you know.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not a solid ship. It's
like
very much so debris.
full wreckage.
Yeah.
Okay, well then I'm gonna try to find it first.
I'll look out whatever side Binks isn't
Hi.
looking out, so we can cover the
Hello.
whole space.
Here, what are you doing?
I think I'm gonna run up to the top of the crow's nest again real quick and try to give as good of a scan as I can with the dust everywhere.
Can I cast dancing lights throughout the wreckage to bring a little bit of light to it?
Ooh.
Yeah, you can
That's
cast
cool.
it. Yeah.
Can
Because the range
I?
for that is 120 feet.
Okay.
Is there a way that I can imbue something like to give Binks to like make it a jump? So more the artificer imbuing magic thing. Basically, you can take a common item and turn it into a common magical item.
I would say you probably could.
I'm listening. I just have a Kiki fishing at the back of my head.
Oh, the baby. So I wanted to give like Binks something that would help with the jump. Like basically like a super jump.
Like some little boots.
Yeah, like boots of jumping.
Yeah, that's fine.
Fuck yeah.
Okay, so those of you trying to spot the logbook, go ahead and make me a perception check at disadvantage.
Oh no, my spells.
I will not be joining you because I am.
Since there's
And
a,
little bees.
a cloud of astral debris
Perception.
from the
Actually,
disturbed
not
remains.
too bad.
I rolled
Yay.
2 19s. What are we adding to it?
Perception.
Just
Perception.
Yeah.
18.
22.
My lowest.
17?
Mine was a 13.
Okay.
Did you just fart?
Um,
Did you just do a toot?
That's a
He's
perception
always
check.
mad?
tooting.
Are you so
Rootin'
Kiki
mad?
is
tootiness.
forever tooting. She's rooting and tooting.
She's a ghastly little woman. Yeah.
As you are searching, like kind of trying to spot through the wreckage, Rowan actually spots it first. There is a little log journal. It looks like it's sitting on a piece of debris that could have been, a nightstand or just some wood debris, but it's not actually on it. It's all just floating very closely to it. So you can tell that there's no gravity where it currently is.
I'm gonna offer my arm to Binks and then point out at it so Binks can kind of line up where it is and really get a good look at it.
He's on your arm, on all fours, one hand perched up, just kind of doing
So when you're saying it's kind of floating, are we saying like it's in free space, or is it kind of like within a piece of the ship?
It's in free space. The ship is really kind of just blown apart. There's nothing functional left about this ship. It's just literally remains.
I think it would be an amazing idea, just in case, if maybe we tie a rope or something around Binks or to a belt, if possible. So if
How far away is it? I'll ask first, because most of the time we only get 50 feet of rope.
Let's just say 150 to keep math easy.
Okay.
Okay.
Captain, what say you?
To be honest, I feel just a little bit guilty about sending our smallest member out there.
I got it.
But if Binks thinks that they can do it, then I'm gonna put my
Got it.
faith in Binks.
Got it.
Gemma comes like slide skating up to you with these weird little boots that have all this like crazy etchings all over them. Is there to help you jump? They make you jump real far.
She's gonna look at him for a second, and then you watch her just like very delicately like rip the toes out, and then slide her big old squirrel feet in, and you see the toes come out the end, and you start going.
Now, is there something where we can still steer up closer, or are we gonna have to just deal with the distance?
I'm okay. I'm decent. I'll give myself that. But I don't think I could do that. Mm-mm.
It's all right. We can make something work.
I have plans. Don't worry about it.
Well, if 3 of us tie our 50 feet of rope together, we have 150 feet of rope. That way, Biggs at least has a tether, right?
Always have a lifeline.
While they're doing that,
I'll
would
start
like to
tying
sit-
them together.
as they're doing that, I'm gonna sit in the floor with my. Well, I'm not even really sitting. It's mostly just like the haunch, the squirrel haunch. Can I paint? Use one of my uses of my paints to paint a little grappling hook.
Yeah.
Okay. So that I can just like. So you watch her. She's like painting on the ground. And after a couple of minutes of painting, she just like dusts her little hands off and like puts all the paints back in her little backpack, and then she's like, "All right," and she just like peels it straight off the ground, and suddenly it's a real grappling hook.
Yes.
I'll like pokes it.
You're cool, right?
Do that.
At the end of the ropes, I've knotted together with my lasso knot tying skills, like a little harness, so we can so Binks is still like
You can
able
like
to
clip
reach
it to
and
her.
move.
You can like clip it to
Yeah.
her kitty leash backpack, because that's essentially what she's wearing. Is like, think about like if you could put a backpack on your dog. That's what she's
Yeah.
wearing.
Yeah. So I don't know if you want me to do like a sleight of hand or something to make sure it's fastened on, but I don't mind doing that. I'm decent at sleight of hand.
I don't think you need to, because it's all part of the plan.
Okay.
So,
Cool.
Just went to give her a kiss, and she just licked inside of my nose.
gross.
Kiki, you little freak.
What's wrong? What's wrong?
I'm just gonna lean close to Binks because I don't want anyone to hear, and I'm just gonna say, "Please stick the landing."
He's gonna very loudly go.
You want me to stick the landing?
Oh, Ryder, you're learning so much.
I just spin around and point. Shut up.
Oh, I can't do that.
He's down at his feet, just going like that kind of face.
Don't want anyone to know about my heart of gold.
You got me while I was drinking.
I'm gonna take the other end of the rope and latch it onto like the front railing where Ryder was at the beginning.
Okay.
So we've got a good anchor on this side.
Okay. So, Binks, how are you getting out there?
Is there a way to tell how far before the gravity is gone, like around the ship?
It looks to be
Imagine her swimming.
after
Or the
about
lack of air.
after about 100 feet from the ship, 80 to 100
Okay, so
feet.
we got a distance.
Yeah. There's kind of a gravity around your ship, so if you were to jump out attached, you would just swing to the bottom of the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
But also,
So
once
then-
you get past that point is when you start running out of your oxygen.
Yeah.
I was about to ask
I will,
about that.
I will then jump across what I can, like a Mario level or something, just like jumping from one to the other until I hit that point. Then when I've reached like what appears to be like the end of the gravity, she like would take like a really big breath, Then basically just like go to like jump straight out so that it's kind of like the propel motion just keeps her going straight forward because there's nothing to keep her stopping in gravity. So she's basically just trying to like go straight at the thing so that she can just whack into it.
Okay.
And can I have like a prepared action set to where once Binks has a hold of it, I start reeling her in?
Sure. First, I need Binks to roll me a athletics check as you're jumping from rock to rock.
Let's do you. Want to bless it? You usually don't bless it so great. You usually curse it. You want to try? Okay. What you doing? You giving everybody your butt?
Just chilling.
What was that again for it that I'm
Athletics.
adding? Oh, athletics is, I think. No, athletics isn't. My acrobatics is the better one. I make it acrobatics though, considering I'm more so just like
Leaping.
yeah.
Sure.
It's becoming a fuzzy missile.
Yeah. That's
Okay, yeah, I'm becoming a fuzzy missile. Yeah, okay, then that helps it a lot. So that is a 27.
fine. Okay.
Wow.
That does
Dang.
definitely help it. How are you rolling
Look
so
at-
high at a level 2?
Ty's
I'm
got
only-
good proficiencies.
I'm
Right.
only good at a small handful of things, and I keep getting you to give me those things.
Well, now
I have a
I
certain
know
set
the
of
secret,
skills.
so I know who's getting a cursed ring now.
Oh, thank
Wow,
God it's
rude.
not me.
she'll take that. She'll take the curse ring.
Okay, so you're able to hop, from stone to stone with ease, and you kind of get out to that point where the next jump that you're
Are you
gonna
stuck?
do
You get it? There you go.
is the next jump you do, there's going to be no gravity.
Yeah.
So, are you taking time to make sure you jump at the right point? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So like you can see her paws on one rock or whatever it is, and you can just see her tail's like twitching as she's
Calculating.
getting in the right. Yeah.
Little
Okay.
whoop, whoop.
Then go ahead and roll me an athletics now as you make the jump for your life.
That's also why I've done the grappling hook, so that if I get off, I can try to like.
See, there you go.
Not too bad. My athletics is a minus, so that's 17.
Okay. So as you jump,
It's only -1.
it takes you we'll say about a minute, 2 minutes to get over there. But you're able to land on the book. But as you land on it, you start to push it further away. But you are successfully on it. You are starting to feel the pressure and the weight of, or not the weight, but like your lungs are getting tight and like it's like you're running out of air and you need to get back.
Is Binks fully grabbing it?
Mhm.
Then
Okay, yeah. Well, then I'm gonna grip it and just start seeing her tail just.
okay, I'll take
Which
that
is
as
like
my
the
side,
sign.
and I'll start reeling her in. And I'm gonna call out, if you can, shoot your grappling hook around so you've got a consistent line, so you don't start dropping when you get into our gravity. And that way we kind of have a more sturdy line, and she doesn't start to just go woof down, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
And I'll keep reeling her in.
Yeah, when I'm close enough to something that will be in the gravity field, I will even out. Yeah, when we're in the gravity field, I'll like shoot it at something. Like when I get close enough to, I'll shoot it at something.
Okay. So after you get pulled into this close to the same rock that you jumped in off of, and you're able to shoot your grappling hook onto it. You are there. You're very, very winded at this point because you're trying to catch your breath. But you are safely within the gravity field of your ship, and you have the logbook in hand.
Rowan,
can-
you caught yourself a biggin.
Oh,
Nobody can hear it.
Got it.
Nobody can hear it, but the minute she gets in back to where the air is, she's just gonna be like, yeah. You're pulling her back in. You can just kind of see her just like with a free hand, just going.
I'll
Okay.
pull her in and I'll kind of pop her up so she can just relax for a minute.
Actually, if I need an extra hand while I'm going, she'll like stuff the logbook like into her cheeks and get back. Like she'll have it like in her teeth, so she's just like holding it kind of
Gotcha.
deal.
Yep, you're good. So you've made it back onto the ship. You've recovered what you went out there for. And now the next goal is to get out of the asteroid field and get back home.
Binks, that was perfect.
Good job.
I'm so
Can
good.
can I take the book and see what's inside? I want to know what's so damn important that we're in the middle of an asteroid field.
I already put it in my backpack, so they know. It also has my slobber on it.
Give it
It's
to
in my
Gemma.
mouth.
She can read it.
Emma's busy. How about this? Right before we get out of the simulation, we'll read it just so that when we're out of the asteroid, but you won't do it. Yeah.
I understood none of that, but okay.
It's in my backpack for safekeeping. It's fine.
Okay.
I'm just saying, we'll read it when we're like out of the danger.
I do like a little like whistle. I can't do this in real life. I think it's so cool where you're like
My mom
Oh, I
can
To
can
do
do
that.
it, but I don't want
to
to
I don't
let
know
off the
how
neighbors.
Gemma
do it.
know, like, we got it. We're in the clear. Turn this puppy around. Let's go.
as
Oh,
you
she
do
already
that-
turned it around. So
Yep.
let's go.
Just as you're doing that, you can watch Binks's ears immediately just go.
All
Don't
ahead,
like-
full Gemma, get this tub out of here.
Just like you did before.
You know, like when squirrels do it dramatic, like a. That's what she's doing on your shoulder while you're whistling. She's just like.
I make a mental note not to do that when you're as close as you are. Give me a little scritch.
As you are starting to make your way out of the asteroid cluster, I need the captain to roll me a persuasion. I need shipmates to roll me a strength. And the spelljammer to roll me a intelligence.
My best.
22.
Ooh, yo, extra life. You're
17.
Loving me today. Mwah. Nat
I-
20.
I got 21.
Oh.
Boom. Angel controller.
2? Okay.
2.
I have a negative strength.
Oh,
I'm so small. There's no strength
Oh,
in this
you
he's
body.
rolled a
very
2.
tiny.
God.
Okay. So
That's my main downfall is anything that needs strength because I have none. Because I'm.
Itty bitty.
that's fair. So as you are kind of soaring or sailing through this asteroid cluster, Binks was unable to get one of the ropes pulled down in time, and it caused you to kind of drift into one of the asteroids, causing some light damage to happen to the side of your ship.
Since
I
it's
do
coming,
it.
since it's
I
coming
do it.
from the side, am I able to shoot my loaded and aimed mangonel at it to maybe lessen the damage or something?
Question.
Since
You can say no. I feel like I gotta ask.
Good question, given you did take the time to action it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to be ready.
Yeah, no. Yeah, since you had such a good roll, I'd say you were ready for, anything to happen
Cool.
like that. So,
Yeah. Whether it like knocks it off course or just lessens the impact a little bit.
sure.
Papam. That's the sound it makes.
Bam!
Papam.
Where did that go? So instead of it being, go ahead and roll to see if you hit it.
Oh, that's right. I gotta do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta do the
So
thing.
+5 to hit.
Plus, yes, plus 5 to hit.
Oh, I rolled a 16, so that's 21.
All right. You
Bad.
are definitely able to hit it. Go ahead and roll the damage dice.
5d10. Okay. Oh, that's a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, and where's the other one? 5. Ha.
What
Okay.
are you doing up here?
26.
Okay. So you're able to launch this catapult, and you make contact with the asteroid that's out there, that's kind of drifting in towards. You hit it, and it breaks it into a couple smaller pieces. 2 of them kind of split off and go around the ship, but one still makes contact with the ship. But you are able to lessen the blow that it
That's
does.
all I wanted. From the beginning, I was like, I'm going to shoot an asteroid.
Let me write this down here real quick. I wish you could see the pile of dice that I have next to me right now.
It's very ominous.
Because I just have all my Missy Mountain dice specifically here. Because I keep them just in my tray. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
right. Okay, so
Just have my collection of dice next to me.
your ship takes 75 points of damage out of the 400
I can keep track
that
of
it
that.
has.
75 damage, you said?
Yep, out of 400.
Oh,
So you have 325
I
left.
I misread. I thought we only had 50 when I was first reading through our stuff, and I was like,
Okay, so yeah, you are leaving the asteroid cluster at this point. As your ship steers clear of the asteroids, another ship appears. It has a sleek frame, and it's painted in a wild shade of pink and is designed to resemble an immense squid. Starlight is reflecting off the ship's hull, illuminating 2 turret-mounted ballistas rotating slowly to face your ship.
in response, all you can see from their side, they probably can't even see it, but one tiny little foot just comes up and just goes.
I take an action to load the mangonel again.
Are we
I'll-
still
I'll
in the
help.
asteroid belt?
I'll
No,
help.
you've made it out of the asteroid belt.
Gemma
I'll help
books
because
it.
takes 2 people. Yeah, I'll help with the mangonel to reload it.
It is loaded.
They
gonna be-
matching speed with you.
The
I'm not going to slow down.
the ballistas in the back. Wait, it's okay. So I'm gonna use the one action to go ahead and throw a bolt in the ballista in the rear.
Okay. So that's one action. I guess actually at this point, I need you guys to roll initiative.
Alrighty.
Oh. As the sleeves are too tight, she can't figure out how to get in without just like trying to work her way in.
I'm
I
gonna
gotta
got
wiggle you.
16.
I'm gonna use my new cleric shadow dice that I just got
Ooh.
because they're black and gold.
Is my attitude? Oh, I have such a good
I got an
attitude.
8.
Okay.
I got a 9.
Why are you in the dice tray?
I got a 17.
Why are you in
I
the
got
dice tray?
16.
You want to hold the tiny baby die?
Okay.
Oh, you cannot get on the computer. I got a 16.
All right.
You can't get on the computer. You'll ruin
What
everything.
did you get, Maddy?
I think I got a 17.
You said 17.
Yes.
17? Okay.
Sorry, I put
Wanna
my
get-
dice away as
wanna
soon as
get
I
in
roll
here?
them, so I never remember.
You're
I say the
fine.
words and my brain forgets.
Okay, I do the same thing a lot.
I should just start writing them down.
I've made a point to leave the dice that I rolled sitting there until I need to roll another one. Just
I
in
need to
case.
do that.
You stuck?
You stuck.
What's the average
You're
of
too bad.
17 and 9? Someone who does math.
Well, no. What are all the numbers again? Because I can actually do the accurate average.
17, 16, 16, 9, And Gemma, what'd you get?
7.
7. Okay, sorry, 7.
So that would be 65 divided by 5?
Yep.
What is that? That's an easy one. 12, 13.
13.
13.
All right, so your ship's initiative will be 13.
Ah, I see.
All right, and then my ship is over here at, yeah.
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 Yeah. Getting
The
to
good
it,
yeah.
Alright, so
I put up a poll on Instagram and it's been 50-50 ever since, and I'm like,
Hold
You're
on.
not helping me.
Let me help break that. I don't think I voted yet. Unless I have.
okay.
Is it the Rebecca one? The Rebecca or the other character?
yeah.
At the top of
I
the
voted
order,
on
we
that.
have Maddy. What's going through Rowan's head as this squid ship has arrived?
Well, she was very proud of blasting apart the asteroid, and now internally she's like, "Oh, why did I shoot that? Should have saved it." As she is taking the first action that the mangonel needs to aim it back towards the other ship.
Okay. If I recall, it is 2 actions to aim, 2 actions to load,
Yeah.
and 1 to shoot. So
Yes. So Binks and I reloaded it before we rolled initiative, so I'm taking the first to aim it. And you know what? As a level 2 fighter, I'm going to use my action surge to take another action. So now it is completely aimed, and we just need to worry about firing now.
okay.
Heck yeah.
And
Yeah,
I don't know what
baby.
if this would take the time for an action or what, but I can run over to the like. Basically, it sounds like is Ryder on the catapult in the back, the ballista,
The ballista in the back is what I was
I'll
doing to throw a
go-
bolt in it.
and I'll go to the other mangonel. So we have somebody roughly at each one.
I don't think I have any
After I
bonus
help.
actions, so that'll
Wait,
be my
it's not
turn.
my turn yet. Never mind.
I
got
love your
confused.
planning, though. 10 out of 10. But yeah, that's it for me.
Why are you staring at me?
Sorry, guys. Thought I had a slight emergency.
Oh.
I thought I heard a dog. I'm getting sick, so I'm
Oh.
having the wife check on it. So I posted a picture in our Discord as well what the squid ship looks like, so you guys can see that as well.
Oh man, that looks so cool.
Right?
Dang it.
I want that.
Okay, Ryder, you are next up in initiative.
Can I can obviously tell it's a squid ship. Is there a way I can see about any obvious like possible weak point on it with my familiarity with Spelljammer ships?
From what you can tell, not yet. You're able to, you know that there's 2 decks on the ship, and that there's like a secret entrance next to like the eyeball. It's like a back way if you were to board it.
Okay. All right. I'm looking at the picture real quick. I'm gonna take.
Here's I'll post like an actual map image of it as well.
I think I'm gonna follow Maddy's lead here and do some double craziness as a fighter. I'm gonna take my first action to aim this puppy over, and I want to aim right for that rear mast kind of deal.
Okay.
Hang
Do you want to
on.
know specifically where I aimed the other one?
Yeah.
Let me take a look. I'll aim for the
Now, keep in mind you are on the side, so you're not going to have as straight of a
Right.
shot. But
I'll aim for the one of the masts.
okay.
I'm gonna try and grab the or fire at the mast on the stern castle of the ship. If I'm understanding this correctly, the one in the back.
Okay. I got you. You're fine.
Okay, I'm trying to sound somewhat intelligent here, and then I'm going to use my action surge to make my shot at it.
Nice.
Guys, your DM is just a straight dumbass. There's 2 ballista and 1 mangonel.
Ah.
It's flip flopped.
Oh, so I'm at the catapult.
Yep.
Okay. Either way,
we'll play it
I've
the way that it
loaded-
was, but like as far as like,
Okay.
okay, Maddy shot the ballista, not the yeah.
Okay, so I'm shooting the catapult.
Wait, hold on. I'm confused. Can we break that down
Hi,
again?
Raiders.
Hello,
Hi,
Raiders.
Hi,
Okay,
Raiders.
So so you're
so
Maddie is the one definitely at a mangonel, I feel, because she's been there the whole time.
so
Yeah, and I've been
for
using
the
multiple
s-
actions,
Yeah, for the
so
sake
I want to
of
make sure
keeping
it's
it all the same. We'll say that they're on this ship specifically. There's 2 mangonels and 1 ballista. So continue.
okay.
Okay, so
Your
I'm on the
DM is just
ballista
a
using
dummy.
the action surge to fire a bolt at the mast on the forecastle. I want to try and throw this bolt through it, possibly knocking it over.
Okay.
Also, Rob, you're not dumb. You're just homebrewing it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're just you're adding some spice. You're
that's
putting a
what
little
we'll call
pepper
it.
on it.
Yeah.
You're putting a little
you were
pepper
about
on
to
it.
say that he was homeschooled, and I was like, "Damn, Maddie."
No. You're homebrewing the ship. You're making it your own.
Ryder, go ahead. So you're firing. Go ahead and roll me a hit to see.
Okay.
Look who's stuck. Who can't
Bolt,
get out.
ranged weapon, +6
So
to hit.
Yep, roll a d20 and add 6.
Get yourself stuck.
And math 17.
Okay.
Not bad. Not bad.
And then that's
Where did
3
that go?
D10.
Hold your horses. I'm pretty sure it hits, but I want to find out. You said 17?
Yeah.
Okay, so that definitely hits.
Okay. So then 3 D10. Make sure I'm reading this right. And I don't have 3 D10 yet. 23 total.
Nice.
Okay.
Making notes.
Math is hard.
Why is math so hard, though?
Right.
I count on my fingies.
It's because they started adding.
I
like,
also count on my
letters into
fingies.
my math, and yeah, I got
Oh yeah, once they added letters, I was totally confused. Lost me. Gone.
Ty, or you are up.
Okay, so what am I at? Like, am I at the?
So the sides are mangonels. The rear is a catapult.
Okay, then. So I'm at the. I said I was going to a mangonel, so I guess I'm at a mangonel. So I'll use whatever actions I need to. Okay, so it's 2 to aim it, and how many to fire it? Is it 2 to fire as well?
2 to
1 to
load,
fire.
2 to aim, 1 to fire.
Okay, then I can aim it and fire once.
But
this
if you're
round.
at the one that Rowan is not at,
It's-
you're on the other side of the ship and you can't see it.
If you want, you can shoot the one that's ready to go. Like we
But
could.
I think it sounds like the other one doesn't actually. We can't aim it to it.
No,
I-
it doesn't have a target. The one
what-
that Rowan
what
is
I'm-
at is already
Yes.
loaded. So
Yeah. All you
probably
would have
went
to
over
do
there.
is just fire it and then roll the hit because it's ready to go. The one I'm
Okay.
at.
Okay, we'll do that.
Okay.
Little tiny squirrel just like shaking with the whole thing. What was the additive to hit again? I'll look it
For
up.
the mangonel
plus
is
Plus
5.
five.
+5. Okay. Bunky, you're making this so difficult, Bunky. You gotta be up there. 17.
17 hits.
5d10 damage.
Yes. I have lots of mini. Look at all my side dice. These aren't the 20s, the 20-siders.
Wow. That's such a good color palette.
Yeah, look at all of Binksy's dice. Like, look at how pretty. Not for you. They are not for you. They're all pinks. They are absolutely. Here, you want to hold the baby die? Want to hold the baby die? No. What are you doing? Why are you like this? Why did I bring you home? Why are you like this? Huh? 5 or 6 10s.
It is
5.
5. Okay, I did get the right amount out. I'm used to Bessie. All of my mini dies. Okay. We have $26 points of damage.
26.
Ooh.
Good hit. Okay.
She's sitting in this seat now after like having, like, I like to think she fires it and her whole body just kind of like lifts up with the trigger still in her hands, and you just kind of hear it go, wow. Then if I only used one then to start firing that, can I start using whatever remains to start reloading it?
Absolutely. So you can use one action to start loading.
Okay.
That brings us to the squid ship, which is moving. So it's going to use one of its actions to move forward, closer to you, and it's going to fire one of its ballista back at you, kind of in the rear quarter where Ryder had just fired his ballista from. So 13 plus. So a 19 hits your ship and does.
Oh.
I 3d10. Guys, I am struggling so hard tonight.
You got this.
I thank you for the vote of confidence.
I feel like we're having a good time, so you don't even need to worry.
You know what? That's all I care about. Is if you're having a good time, I'm having a good
We're
time.
having fun.
Mm-hmm.
That's the important rule in D&D.
So that'll be 18 points of damage onto your ship.
Okay. So we are at 307.
Perfect. So that will take us to your ship.
Oh, it's our turn. Okay.
So collectively, or from the captain, I need to know what you would like to do.
Is this
Captain, what
like
we should do?
Is this like us having the ship?
You can have the
like-
ship move. You can have the ship turn. If you want to use one of the ship's actions to, again, load one of the weapons, you can do that. It basically, you get 2 actions as the ship.
Okay.
Cool.
At least that's how I'm playing it. So
I like that. Yeah, Captain, what are you thinking?
Is there anything ready to fire?
We can have the mangonel and the ballista loaded. Because we need 1 action to finish the mangonel, and I only need 1 action to load the ballista.
Or we could just run.
I was gonna say, I wonder if there's a way, like, if we're side by side, if we can either rise or drop.
Ooh.
out of range.
So they're far enough behind you where it would easily be corrected.
Okay.
But
Could we speed up even more?
Yeah.
they seem to be matching your speed. So you can continue to try and run, but they're probably going to follow.
We just prepare
Unless you just
and load.
double move and really run. That might do it. I'm checking.
Do we want to load or do we want to run?
Let's take we could do a group vote. Who wants to run?
Yeah.
Okay, let's floor it. Why not? Give it our best shot, right?
We dash and double dash.
Double dash.
Right. You see all the lights on the ship light up in this neon like highlighter yellow color. And Gemma just yells, "Speed and power!" Like
She's so cute.
launches us forward.
I kind of go, holy and I grab a hold of the ballistic controls as I would imagine it just kind of swings to the side with my weight being thrown towards the back of the ship.
As you do that, because I like to think that we've got this one Mangonel's like facing towards it, which means we're technically away from it, like the direction we're moving, which means Rowan's the only one that can watch Binks just kind of go just like flat face first into the controls of the
I grab
Mangonel.
the handle on your backpack and pull you back into the little space.
You pull her back and you just hear, I'll have to send you this vine I keep referring to, but there's this vine of this little girl who tells the dog, go, and then this big dog pulls off and she goes,
So you guys are able to flee away from the squid ship. You're able to get far enough away where they actually turn back around and they head back towards the abandoned ship to try and continue looting it. They had deemed you a threat and coming after something that they had already claimed, so that's why they were attacking you.
Nice try.
I know, right?
Jokes on them.
Your ship
I'm
starts
fast.
to slow. Your ship slows, marking the unexpected presence of something else in the vicinity. It takes just a moment, but you spot another hammerhead ship in the distance. The other ship is severely damaged and adrift. Every few seconds, bands of electricity ripple out of the center of its hull, dealing further damage to the ship.
Can
Can
we
we
tell
see-
other Academy ships?
Yeah, is there like a distinguishing mark that says it's part of...
Does anyone have message?
not yet.
Wait. Nope. Don't have it. Damn.
Not that you're able to tell. It's just a generic hammerhead ship similar to your own.
Can we see anybody moving on it?
Yeah, are there any signs of life?
Roll me a perception. If multiple of you are looking, we'll kind of take the average of it.
Yeah, I want to
Okay.
look.
I'll take a look. I'm proficient in those.
Ooh.
Nat 20!
Me too!
Look at us go!
I
Okay.
need to add my stuff to it now. Hold on.
Oh yeah,
I would-
23.
With a
for-
nat
27.
20, you are good.
Anyone?
As from what you can tell, it looks
Boo-boo?
from the distance that you're at, there does appear to be people on the deck kind of panicking from these electrical surges.
We should help them.
Can we maneuver where we like fly above them just enough that we can like drop our ropes down and have them
Ooh,
climb up, so that way
Good
we're not
idea.
like endangering ourselves, but we're gonna try to rescue somebody else.
Yeah.
I can shoot the grappling hook out too for one person.
I could probably just like
If someone
stretch
has to-
down.
Hold me while I hold the gun.
I can hold you. We're
can you
next
not
to each other.
Can you not imagine, like, I can't get Kiki out to do it, but like, can you not imagine just like a squirrel gets like held over the edge and
Yeah,
then
just
yeah.
is this?
Yeah. Wait, no, here she's coming out. So like, if Kiki was holding a tiny little gun, it's just going. What are his legs doing?
So as you get closer, you are quickly able to tell that it is indeed the other Academy ship. You guys have been in the same simulation without knowing it. And you very quickly spot Myken on the ship, and he
we
gotta save him.
I can grab the rope.
Like,
I hold on to
I'm
Binks.
gonna regret doing this. Are we just lowering? Or are we just shooting a grappling rope down, or do we have like an actual rope we're throwing down?
Well, we have the rope that I tied together too that we can toss over.
Yeah, whatever. If we decide to drop the rope, if I see him down there, I want to grab a hold of it and slide down to try and help get people up. If the captain approves of this, I should say first. I explained to the captain that's what I want to do. There, we'll throw that in there.
As long as we're working at a team, they can't get too mad at us, right?
Maybe we'll get bonus points for saving the other crew.
Yeah.
You also have to remember that they're training us to do this for real, and if you were in this situation, you would want to be rescued too, right?
Uh-huh.
So let's give it our best shot. Save our classmates.
I take that as an affirmative, and just without saying a word, I grab a hold of the rope and just slide down onto the deck of the other
As
ship.
you're grabbing the rope, and before you go down, Binks is gonna be like,
Spider. On die. Like,
I thought,
Yeah, stick
I thought
the
you was gonna
landing.
say stick the landing. There it is.
sorry, I have short-term memory loss of a squirrel.
Go ahead and roll me a athletics as you're sliding down this rope.
Okay.
as you're sliding down, you just hear from the top, just,
Oh shit! I should have said stick the landing.
17 on that one.
Okay. So you're able, like, you make it to the bottom of the ship with a loud thud as your feet hit the deck, and you're kind of just taken by a kind of surprise at how damaged the ship actually is, and that there's a few people that are seriously injured. They don't appear to be responsive, and Myken is just kind of freaking out because he was the ones piloting the ship.
Can I go over to Myken, grab a hold of him, and just smack the snot out of him?
Sure.
I want to get him at me. I want to snap him into the now, not the freaking out. Is the goal here?
Roll me an intimidation.
Oh, okay. That is a 22.
Okay. So as you backhand this boy across the face to get him to snap to, you see him kind of like shake his head loose, and he's irritated but also scared at the fact that you're there, and he's definitely listening.
As I'm grabbing a hold of him, of course, I got to pull him down to me a little bit. And I go, and first question I ask is, "Are you good?"
I don't know what happened. Everything was going great, and like we were sailing straight. We went through the first bit of asteroids, no issue, and then all of a sudden things started exploding. I swear I didn't hit anything. I followed everything to the T.
I kind of cut him off and go, "That's not important now. Is the crew good? How many people do you have that can help the rest of the crew?"
I don't know.
Well, then turn around and figure it out. We need to get people up the rope before this thing blows.
You see him just kind of goes into like a frozen, broken down state of just being just like the shock is kind of setting in.
Well, he's about 8 shades of useless. So I kind of turn around and can I see anybody that I know there's a lot of people like injured, but is there a number of people that could like listen to what I'm about to say?
The only person that appears to be responsive is Mikan.
Ooh,
Okay.
Everybody else is unconscious.
Well, I like how many people would you say are like within the area knocked out?
There was at least 5 people on the crew that you know of.
Okay, so 4 and then useless lump there. I want to call up to the captain and say I've got 5 bodies. I can't get up on my own. Can anybody give me a hand?
Is there any way we can help?
Put one of them into my grappling hook.
Oh, don't you got the mage hands thing or?
It can only lift up to 10 pounds.
Oh crap! Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
I could come down there and help, but we need someone strong up here to pull the rope back up too.
That's not me.
Okay, so
Rowan is
take-
also going to call down to Ryder and say, keep in mind, this is a simulation. They'll be okay if we can't get them all. We should try our best, but don't risk your own life for it.
Okay, so I take the grapple and I wrap it around Mike and kind of give it a tug to let you guys know he's secure to raise.
I'm still holding Binks. I kind of like pull her in, and I'll start like reeling it in and backing up with her.
Yeah, you watch her like with like a fishing pole, just
Uh-huh.
Go ahead and roll me a strength check.
You got it. I like those rolls with Rowan. Not any of my other
I
characters,
know,
but
right?
Rowan.
The intimidation one was such a save for
Oh,
me.
baby.
what
That's so just regular
Just straight
strength.
Yeah.
22.
Okay. So you're able to pull up. The rope is heavy, but you're pulling up Mikan tied to the end of the rope.
I kind of pull him over the side once he gets up there. And I'm just going to encourage him to sit and breathe, because that probably was very scary.
As as you see Mikan get lifted up off the ship, Ryder, a slight explosion and another burst of electrical energy comes out of the ship, and you take 4 points of damage.
Is there no? I don't like leaving people behind. I can't do that.
Well, Binks is gonna take the grappling hook off of Mikan. He's gonna pat his head, and to give it like a little bit of like a groom sort of thing, where she goes like, and she's gonna climb down the rope very quickly because she's got a very fast climb speed. With her grappling hook,
She's gonna be like, not strong. And maybe I could like hold onto them and fire this up there, and they could pull me back up, and you can get one and I can get one. Then we just gotta leave 2.
Does the ship have like rope ladders that we could drop down? I can't imagine that these things just land
I would say
park on the
there's-
ground.
There's rope ladders.
can I at least though, per crew member, run around to whoever I can see and just. I'm not gonna give him one of my healing potions because I want to keep those. But can I have a decent medicine? Can I like do like a medicine check to stabilize?
Sure.
Okay.
Oh, that's my
Do I got to do 4 of them, right?
Yes. As far as the rope ladders go, I would say they're only 25, 30 feet long, so you would have to lower the ship.
I don't really want to do that. That's not smart.
That's okay. We'll make do.
Sorry.
One of the orders was to come back in like as much of one piece
I think
as we
Binks's
can.
idea
so.
of lifting
Yeah.
one on the grapple and then I guess I hold on to one on the other rope and then try and grab 2 at once.
So I got a 18 and a 17 for 2 of them. The other 2 I'm not sure if they're gonna do because I got a 12. Then the other one was a 14.
As far as you can tell, they are all just unconscious.
Damn it.
Well, stabilize just means that they're not bleeding out
Right.
Yeah, they don't have to
that.
do death
Yeah.
saves
Yeah, no,
anymore.
they are just unconscious.
Okay, well, I'm
Okay,
gonna go with.
here's the other option. I have all my healing potions. I don't really want to get rid of them, but I could give them to 2 people so they can wake up and carry their own weight.
Let's do it
You
fast
said that.
Okay.
before another shockwave goes through. And
Watch her pull
I
out.
grab one unconscious one and start walking towards the rope to.
Watch her pull out 2 that are kind of squirrel-sized, more than human-sized, and she just like bites the corks out of both of them and just and like shoves them into 2 mouths to wake 2 people up. If it works that way, and then the other 2 will each try to carry. Rather,
Huh?
Ryder will be doing more of a carry. I will be holding while I let the grapple do more of the work for me.
How far below us is this ship?
How high up were I don't know how high up you guys were. Your rope was 150 feet
That's
long,
up to
technically.
Gemma.
Rope was
yeah.
150. My grappling is not that far though, so it's I guess gotta be.
I imagined like 50 feet above.
Okay.
That's
So
kind of what
there
I
are,
was picturing.
like air bubbles
Sure.
or gravity bubbles kind of like interlock, so we're doing this
So
all
there's no
within
air gap.
gravity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I have healing word, but I think I can only use it on one person at a time, and it has a range of 60 feet.
Oh,
So
Okay.
I can like look
That'll
down
help.
and point
Yeah.
at somebody, because then that will
If
get
you
another
wanna-
person
So that
at
way I
least
don't have to
awake.
carry anyone.
No, you'd be the better to carry than for me to try to hold someone because my strength is
Yeah.
negative.
Okay, so I'll carry one still.
And I'm going to cast healing word on one of the crew members that I can see that's in 60 feet.
I believe these were just regular healing potions I gave. So if it makes any matter, somebody is going to get 8 points, somebody else is going to get 5 points.
Okay.
And then somebody else is going to get. Let's try that again. 1d4 plus my spell casting ability modifier, which is a 4.
Nice.
They get 5 points of health back.
Very cool.
I
So
need to mark
as
off my
they
spell slot.
start getting up and kind of not like they're definitely limping and stuff. This is gonna be a moment that you guys hate me because I had already rolled it. Another electrical burst goes off, and everyone on the ship takes 4 points of electrical damage.
Well, that doesn't knock anyone down, though.
Yeah. So they're still up. They're struggling, but they're up.
Ooh, I'm now at 18.
Yeah, they're
That's
up.
great.
Binks is
I
going to go
love-
to the one who got a little extra healing out of it, like the one that she could tell, got a little extra oomph out of it. And she's going to, get up on their shoulders and just start slapping at their face and be like,
Hey, stick with me. Stick with me. You're not dying on me today. You hear that? And she's gonna be like, hold on.
I'm
wrap
having
around the neck and-
flashbacks right now.
and then just, just wrap the neck, wrap around the neck and have the little grappling gun so that we can both hold on and shoot it.
I'm just going to grab a hold of the one unconscious guy and scream to the 2 that have woken up to get up the rope first. And then once they get a hold of the rope and start to climb up a ways, I'm going to grab it and scream up to the captain, tell her to gun it.
You ready, Gemma?
Yeah, let's do this.
Think we got everybody. Let's
Because we
get
can
out of
climb
here.
as we leave.
So as
You hope.
I also just before we do anything else, I want to hold on to both the grappling hook rope and the other rope, and if one of them needs help, if they roll low, I want to be able to help one of them get up.
Okay.
Good thinking. Teamwork. Love it.
As you are climbing up the rope, you start to see the blue and silver streaks from when the simulation started. They start forming and flickering. The runes on the wall start appearing again, and the illusion starts to just end all around you.
Cool things
think we
happen,
failed?
and then you do this, and then I want to drop kick you.
And now, at this point, you stand within the simulation chamber where the training exercise began. Magical energy ripples like a turbulent cloud around you, reaching out to touch the rune-scribed walls, then exploding outward as bolts of lightning send Sereth and Tarto and others flying to the ground. I need all of you to roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity's good for me.
Yeah, dexterity is one of my best.
Sweet.
I got
Um,
an 18.
Woo!
that's a 9.
I got an 11.
51.
1 second. I'll need all those numbers again here in a second.
It was this one.
I didn't move my dice this time, so I can remember.
Okay. Rowan, what'd you get?
I got an 18.
18? Okay, you will take 11 points of lightning damage.
Wow.
Gemma,
Weird.
what'd you get?
9.
You will take 17 points of lightning damage.
Ow!
Binks.
21.
All right, you'll take 11 points of lightning damage.
He just like hides in the collar of this person who she just helped. Like that's how she gets around it.
Aylin,
19.
you get 11 points of lightning damage. And Ryder,
11.
you take 17 points of lightning damage.
I have 1 health left.
And so picture this being, you've come in out of the magical simulation, and there was a explosion that basically caused this room to explode with electrical energy.
That's what stopped the simulation. They
Mhm.
didn't stop it.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh.
Can I go over and make sure the professor and Tardo are okay?
Yep.
I assume I'm just screaming in pain at this point. I got 1 hit point
tell me
left.
what's going through your heads as you were just ripped out of the training exercise and basically in the middle of an explosion.
I just come out of it apparently taken completely onto my rear, screaming, "What the actual foot?" as I'm like holding, like kind of balling up in pain.
Gemma just like reforms herself. Oh, well, I'm glad to know that we didn't fail. It seems like the simulation stopped because one of the ships malfunctioned. That's my educated guess.
I'm inside the collar of the dude who she's like the person that she's like hiding in now, because that's how I like to think she got around the dexterity. You can just see one tiny hand and the little letter opener slide out again and just start going.
Is there anything I need to stab? Is there anything I need to stab?
No, you're okay. It was just an explosion from something going wrong. Like, is there like parts and mechanic bits of the exploded?
Yeah, the rune chamber, it had a platform where the instructors were kind of overseeing everything. There's like just a console maybe that they were evaluating you with kind of exploded. There's a hole, we'll say, like in the ceiling area, like ceiling wall area, because it's kind of like a dome shape. Just kind of
Gemma wants to investigate or check out or whatever exploded. She like wants to look at the components on the inside to see if she can pinpoint like what went wrong.
Okay. Roll me an investigation.
While that's going on, and in like the immediate aftermath of like confusion while no one's really watching, Binks is gonna crawl into a corner and pull the logbook out of her backpack and start reading it.
I'm gonna use an inspo. Because that was a terrible roll. Much better. 16.
Okay. From what you're able to tell, this appears to have been a job of sabotage, of someone specifically targeting the instructors and
I
the
knew it!
the simulation rooms.
You just see like Gemma like wiggle up for like she got herself in it. Like in just in the whole machine, fucking Hexus like from Fern Gully in the machine.
Yeah,
And
if I
she's
go ahead.
No, go. What's
Oh
up?
no, finish. You finish up.
Oh, she like worms her way out. It's like it was sabotage.
If I can, depending on how the two instructors are doing, if I can just sort of assess wounds with a medicine check or something
You
to
can
sort of help.
Yeah, you can tell they're both very badly injured. You can do a medicine check if you like.
Okay.
But they're not unconscious or anything.
In that case, I'll hand them each one of my health potions.
Okay.
And just kind of, I think Rowan's kind of in like a fight or flight kind of mode. Like we're gonna just like assess and situate things. So
Emma says it was sabotage. Can I start looking around to see if anybody seems out of place or nervous by that?
Suspicious.
By that line? Yeah.
So from just doing a quick look around, nobody looks suspicious. Everyone looks very injured.
Okay. She's gonna take the time to walk up to every person who is injured but not unconscious and go,
So how do you feel about sabotage?
Like that song, or
No, like the simulation was just sabotaged.
they're just kind of groaning and just in pain overall. Not really. No one seems to really be in the mood to be answering questions.
if anybody just like groans at her only and doesn't answer, she's literally just
Gonna be like, I know you're hurting, but like I kind of need an answer. Oh, no, I'll come back to it. Put a pin in that. I'll come back to it. By the way, what's red?
It's a color.
I kind of look over. I was like, you see the stuff on the floor? That's red.
That's gray. It's gray just like your facial hair.
because your facial hair is red. She can't see it, remember? Got
Yeah,
red
that's-
hair in your art, so she
Yeah.
can't see it.
Yeah. I assume there's blood around me with my grievous wound. So that's kind of what I was gesturing to.
So can I just ask the instructors after giving them the healing potions? Was there anyone else in here while you were observing us?
So they become stable. And Bosun just kind of looks very irritated and pissed, and it talks about how the chambers are locked whenever the simulations are going. That's why the instructors are always inside. And says no one was in here whatsoever as far as we're aware. I mean, someone could have come in previously, but I mean, these chambers are usually on pretty good lockdown.
So someone needs a certain level of clearance to access this outside of what we were doing.
That
Right?
would be correct.
Okay.
But there's been so many thefts in the area. I don't know if you've been made aware. We've been trying to keep it secret from the students to not raise, concerns. But I don't know if we'll be able to recover from this.
So it could have been anyone realistically then, regardless of clearance, if they stole something that could get them past doors.
Yeah.
Should I call for medic or anything like that? Is there anything I can do to help you two?
We need to get a medic down here immediately.
Okay.
And we need
I
to
just kind of lift my head up and go,
that's-
that sounds like a fantastic idea, but please take your time.
Rowan's
So
gonna
grumpy.
Rowan's gonna go out and try to get help. Call for medics.
Okay.
and sort of situate that outside of the space.
Gemma just looks at Ryder and is like, you're not the only one who's almost died.
I'm too sleepy. I'm just gonna go to sleep now.
She like vaguely gestures to part of her leg that is still bubbling.
Oh.
As things are, the medics are coming down to assist. Bosun scowls, chomping down on her cigar, and she points at a sigil as she looks at Seraph and says, "Does that look familiar to you?" And Seraph,
Do I see what it is?
Seraph,
Ow, 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 ow.
Seraph's quicksilver eyes scan the object coldly and says, "Vokath, I should have suspected. It appears the Mercane's grudge against Mert has become a vendetta. The old wolf must be told."
What was that name again?
Vokath, Vocath.
My God, I actually spelled it right.
Do I
Sometimes
recognize
spelling
that name?
phonetically works.
Let
fantasy setting
me
it
get back
does.
to you on that, Mike.
Gotcha.
Got it.
Is Gemma, can like she see the symbol?
You're able to see that it's just a odd-shaped metallic plate that has just a crude symbol carved into it.
Gemma writes down that symbol and the name because she wants to go into the deep dark parts of the library where people shouldn't go, but she's allowed to go. She's all super fancy. And do some research.
Yes, get in the books.
Gotta use that brain, right? Like floats around her. She doesn't actually have a brain. She does,
Iconic of
but,
her,
like,
though.
So yeah, that is. So you guys finished the training exercise. Let's see how you scored.
Yeah, like what?
Yeah, I
grade
want
do
to know
we
my
get?
score. Like, Gemma's a straight A student. It's important to her.
Also, after bringing medic in and stuff, Rowan's gonna go over to Aylin and say, "You're a great captain, you know."
Just a shame stuff like this just keeps happening to us.
I'm just gonna stick a thumbs up.
But even with this happening, you let us in and out with hardly any damage, and I think that speaks greatly about your abilities, even if you weren't too sure at first.
So
Hold my fingers up in a little small motion. Go just a little damage.
in the
You
midst
begin-
of the chaos,
You begin hearing like a it's like Binks has like used the grappling hook and is like rolling it up very slowly before she just like flips herself over to land on Aylin's shoulders, and then she just kind of wraps around her neck with her tail just
Imagine it's like hitting her in the face every once in a while. Like,
yeah. Oh, totally.
She wouldn't mind.
A+, right? A+ grade.
In the midst of the chaos, Bosun does make a point to come over and talk to you as a group and says, "Congratulations, you all completed the training exercise. Here's your reward for doing so successfully, scoring 8 of 6 points required," and gives each of you 100 gold.
Oh,
Ew.
can I get mine in the form of a gem?
Is it a red gem?
Just gives you 100 gold.
Jerk.
Can I trade this? I want something to numb the pain.
As
Gemma just
you
like puts
all
the coins in
are-
her body.
are kind of just making your way out.
she's a piggy bank.
Kind of making your way out of the room. Seraph actually stops Aylin on her way out and says,
Oh.
"Look, you knew you could handle this. I'm so glad that they made you the captain, because now you see that you do have what it takes to be a captain and write a tale for yourself. Your family would be proud, and so should you.
I just want to find my parents.
You kind of just.
Do I hear this? Do I see this?
You guys are up ahead, but if you're hearing, it's
Lisa's
good.
still on her neck, so she's laying there just kind of like.
I assume I'm being carried on a stretcher, and I just kind of lean over and go, "Don't worry, we'll get to that point."
Man, Ryder, I really don't miss having a physical body. You should
I am
really
in
let me recreate the
excruciating
experiment
pain.
and turn you into a goo. You should let me recreate that experiment.
Not a chance in hell.
Oh,
Rowan
you
is
have so much fun.
Rowan is just proudly waiting outside for her friend.
Aw.
And that is the end of part 2 of this adventure.
Yay! Did I hear right that we got 8 out of 6 points?
You got 8 out of. You needed 6.
What was the total that we could get?
Bonus.
What was the full total?
What was the full total?
Full total was.
I need to know if this is an A+ or not.
Rob, don't be Rob. Give her what you want.
Well, if we got 8
4,
out of 6,
Out of
that means
6.
we got
10 points total, and you got 8.
but we
Got
needed
a
6
B?
to pass.
You needed 6 to pass.
I got a B.
Okay.
But you still got the A, like the B, B would
Yeah,
have
it's
been
like
in this
extra
case
credit.
out of 6. Yeah, so you got extra credit.
We got extra credit, so we
Okay,
got like
I got an A.
110%.
Like there was
Well,
10
well.
points available. 1 if you plotted the course on the first try. 1 if you navigated the electrical storm on the first attempt, which you guys got fire, so you didn't.
That's okay.
You entered the asteroid cluster without damaging the ship. You didn't get the point for exiting the asteroid cluster without damaging the ship. You outran the enemy ship for 4 points, and you stopped to assist the other cadet squad for 2.
It was a smart move to outrun.
Yup.
Yeah.
Well, if you defeated or outran, you got 4
Oh,
points.
okay.
Yeah, well, smarter move to outrun. Why fight when you can run?
I'm so proud of us. We worked good as a team.
So, take your notes because we'll jump back into it. You know what?
Okay.
We might take next week off. I don't know.
So wait, what are we do? So after this, is it where all the students, all the cadets or whatever, we just go back to do whatever the frack we do on
Free time.
free time? Thank you for saying the word that I was thinking of.
I got you. I got you.
your-
You and me.
Your wonderful DM will have to get back to you because he hasn't read that part of the adventure yet. But I will message you.
We gotta get Gemma up in that library.
I need I need to get in the library, but B, so part of the new fancy things that I can do, is I can make a magical item, a common magical item out of any mundane item. So, I want to turn a pencil, one of Gemma's pencils, into a wand of secrets, which leads you to any secret passage within 50 feet.
That's
And I-
cool.
Have a feeling that's how they're getting in.
That's really smart.
Speaking of fancy things and being able to do cool stuff, the
buddy.
end of this adventure tells me that you guys will start next session as level 3. Just so you know.
Oh, I can finally take my class.
I'm gonna be arcade archer. I'm so excited.
So,
Yes!
with that bit of good news, and after
I can
a
level
little bit of some drama and all the things happening, guys, we thank you so much for tuning in with us on Wednesday.
Thanks, guys.
We might be off next week just because we'll have 2 members traveling. We're going to talk about that. Stay tuned to socials and Discord. We'll announce something officially at that point. But guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate you. Again, thank you for the subs, the follows, the raids, fan art, of course. Again, tag us. It doesn't have to be a character. It can be a scenario. It can be a ship exploding. We don't care. Just tag us in it because we love it. Because we do the creative stuff here so you guys can enjoy the story and be creative in your own ways. So, have a great night, everyone. We love you. And yeah, we'll see you later.
Peace and
Night,
love.
guys.
Bye.